Hello! Hi, Lily! Pretty Lily! Oh my god, she's there. Hi! Hello, everybody else, as well. That's also very important. Hello. Hope y'all doing well. Hello, Balvorn! Here, right from the get-go. What is happening? Is it my birthday? Oh. Am I pretty? Yeah! Yeah, you are. Very pretty. We're all doing our best. Yeah. Oh my god. My arm is so sore. Yeah. Gotta flaunt it. Your prettiness. Yeah. Also, I don't know. Is it your birthday? No. That'll be in a bit more than a month's time, okay? And you'll know because I'll probably start stream at like 10 a.m. knowing me. I'm wondering how long Monster Hunter Stories 3 is gonna take. It could take me... No, it'll probably still take me at least 3 weeks. We'll see, we'll see. A whole month? That's almost 3 weeks! What? Okay. It's more than that. Yeah, absolutely. I'm so confused. Okay, let's play, guys. I also feel a little surreal right now. I'm like looking at myself and I'm like, is that me? Is that me? Who is she? What the fuck? Who does she think she is? Is she me or is she me? Anyway, let's do this. Guys, we're gonna speak to Stroganoff. Yum! I don't like beef stroganoff, but still. She's kind of pretty, whoever she is. I mean, what? I mean, definitely. Because why not? Ugh. Hello, Lily. Did you ever sleep, Lily? At least for an hour? No, you're so fine, Balwin. Oh my god. My, like, tongue is sitting in the wrong spot in my, like, mouth, so it's, like, grazing the edge of my teeth. Lily, no, don't worry about it. No, Lily, you're supposed to sleep. Sleep is important, okay? You can't have sex if you're sleepy. Well, I guess you can, but like, the point is you need to be well rested to be effective. Yours does that too? I thought I was the only one. No, it's like everybody. Everybody has that moment. Shit, good point. I'm gonna take a nap. Yeah. I love you, Lily. Go get that nap, girly. Now, at least you can just set me up beside you and you can just listen to my ramblings as you fall asleep. Hi, all. How is racism simulator going? Oh, should I not be playing this? Now I don't want to play it. It's going well. We got through the first chapter. I'll be honest, the first chapter pissed me off because it just kept going. The woman, fucking Brett Giselle, who is definitely Irene Adler, but we'll get there. I'm sure, probably. Literally broke an entire bottle of, like, evidence in the middle of court and wasn't arrested. That they're like, oh no, you have no evidence now. Like, fuck off. Oh my god. So now we're in chapter 2. I predicted Kazuma would die, and he's dead. So I did it. That's just how it goes, okay? I did the crime because I knew. I orchestrated it by playing the game. You 100% can do sex-adjacent things when tired. No! No. No. Dude, no. I don't want details like that. I'm saying that when you're sleepy, it's difficult, okay? Go get sleep. Don't encourage people to Lily to not sleep. Yeah, we're trying to get Lily to sleep. Excuse me, we need to get inside this cabin here. Hi, Stroganoff. Sailor's eyes speak volumes. This clearly saying keep out. That's what I wrote on the sign we put over the wardrobes. Although this man's version is definitely more effective. It doesn't look like he's going to let us pass. That's a problem. Okay, so we need to go talk to him. Hey, buddy. Mr. Stroganoff, about this first-class cabin area. Here we are in finest part of Burya steamship for very important reasons. Guys, don't comment on my accents. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, yeah, you can, but it's more fun if you get tired because of it. Or I'll start sending you feet pics. Oh my god. What sort of very important persons? Government officials, kings, queens, traveling in secret, many important persons. That is why I'm always guarding this place. Gosh, that's amazing. But somehow I let stupid stowaway inside. I want to pick you up and throw you in the ocean, but Stroganoff is not animal. Thank you. If I may, I was wondering, is the cabin next to Mr. Sogi's currently occupied? Ah. Da! Sasata-san, did you understand that? It sounded like da! I think it's probably Russian for yes. Or no? Genius. It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation. Well, it sounds like there is somebody in the next door cabin at least. Yes, it's tantalizing. Could you tell us who's traveling in the cabin next to Mr. Osogi's? We're gonna find out it's literally Herlock Sholmes, right? His name is Mr. Grimsby Roylott. He is very important Western gentleman. A Western gentleman? Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with murder of student boy. How can you be so sure about that? You did crime. Mr. Roylott is authentic Western gentleman. Such a man would have no interest in lowly student from insignificant Far East Island. That was harsh. Could you tell us when Mr. Roylott came aboard? That is not your business. Come to think of it, even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks and we've been in Kazuma's cabin the entire time, I've never once heard anything about the next door cabin, or even felt like there's anyone there. Well, presumably since this gentleman is occupying one of the first-class cabins, he must be rather important, is that right? That is not your business. Good man, doing a good job. Hi, Austin. Illy Balvon. A chicken. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Bark, 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 bark. Bark, 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 bark. Are you on watch here all the time, Seaman Stroganoff? 2 words I didn't think I would say side by side each other, but here we are. The Stroganoff Seaman. Old time. No so criminal like you cannot come in or get out. I wonder, could you tell us anything about last night at all? It is sad about student boy. Were you on watch last night as well? Of course. And did you notice anything at the time? Anything unusual? Susato-san, did you understand that? It was clearly a no. I saw nothing unusual, nothing at all. And you didn't hear any strange noises or sense anything was wrong in any way? I said no. Sorry. I'm not so sure. I could have sworn they wouldn't catch my eye for a second there. I thought that too. Okay, I'm so glad we're on the same page, Ryunosuke. I was like, did he? This is enough. I cannot say more now. It is time for me to report to Captain. You must return to cabin. Yes, alright. Bulkhead to second class area is staying locked at all times. You escape when lobster whistle on top of mountain, or as English say, when the pigs fly. Oh, right. Yes, I understand. Night, Lily. Criminals with a K? Yeah. Just Russian. It's weird because it's like they're walking the line between flavor text and like, you know, like trying to be like showing a little bit of like cultures and how they might like spell things and stuff, and like possibly being insensitive. I'm not really sure what's happening. I did Google what Giselle's name meant or if it was a pun. Apparently it's a bit of obscure Sherlock trivia. Oh, okay. Explains why I don't recognize it. What I missed, Lily? No! She's gone to bed. Shh. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, Lily. Shh. I know. Now, shall we investigate this error properly, shall we? Definitely. We already have. We already have. Is there anything out there? Feeling something. Oh, can I read through this now? That's right, because he got upset. Last night's, okay, we read, it was mostly blank. Oh, that's it? That's it. What more is there to look at? We can go in here now? This is it. Ventilate from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging. Knock knock. No answer. We're out of luck, it seems. There's no one in there to help with our inquiries. How annoying. Ah! What? What was that? It came from inside the cabin. Such a high-pitched scream. It must have been a woman. Stand aside. No, no. Not again. I'm about to break that door down. Mr. Sholmes. I shan't be stopped. When the fit is on me, I revel in kicking on doors off their hinges. Sure. Please, wait, Mr. Sholmes. The door doesn't appear to be bolted. doesn't. Then how the deuce did I dispatch this muscular urge? What, pray, can I kick? I think we could go in. There's no time to think about stress relief. Where did her luck come from? Hey, maybe you should go to sleep too, Han. Shh, don't tempt me. I'm a sleepy girl. Oh, what are you doing here? Who are you? Okay, this is the guy we saw at the back of the newsletter. Where's the woman? Western gentleman? This looks Russian to me. We heard a woman scream. A woman? Don't be upset. As you can see, there's nobody but me in this cabin. Are we gonna find out there's two different murders happening? True, this old man does appear to be one of the only people in here. But in that case, who just screamed? Get out, all of you, now! Please excuse the intrusion, but you're Mr. Grimsby Roylott, I believe? Yes, that's me. And who are you? I'm the one and only, the actual Sherlock Holmes. You have heard of me, no doubt? No. I am a great detective, among great detectives, one who adores the covers of public magazines, no less. So I assure you, you may trust me completely. No, this man uses the magazine like a business card. Temptation, temptations, damnation, Icon. Still grim. A detective? I do not trust detectives. Yeah, Orb, say it. We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within the walls. Blah. I know who did it. We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within the walls. But there wouldn't appear to be a lady concealing herself in the wardrobe this time. But there's a connecting door. There's a connecting door? Oh no, wait, maybe we're on the back side of the wall. I don't fucking know, man. Why are we on the opposite side of the room? Why do we spawn here? Whatever. So it might not be boldest for you to ask that small traveling case. What? Don't be stupid. How could anyone fit in a small trunk like that? What about underneath the bed or underneath the table? Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Traveling inside one's trunk. Don't look at me. Cat? Oh my, did you see that? Mr. Naruhodo? Yes. The case just shook. Leave, now. Otherwise, I'll call the steward. He has a baby. Maybe he has a kid. This is his cousin's neighbor, Mr. Grimsby Roylott. There's no doubt about it. This strange Russian man is hiding something. I couldn't agree more. Let's see if we can find some clues before that burly sailor returns. What do you mean? He told us to leave. Well, don't fucking hover in random places, Sherlock. Fuck off. I'm still confused. Why am I in the back corner of this room? I really expected to look into this room from the doorway. So I don't know why we're like back to the wall, you know? Okay, I am more interested in finding out about this vent. What do you think you're doing? Ah! This is my cabin. Get out. Yeah, what? Inside your traveling case, perhaps? No. What a pity. I guess we're out of pick. I think you're right. There doesn't appear to be anything more we can do. I agree. There may be someone who can help. That great detective can get somewhere with Mr. Roylott. I don't think so. Do you have a moment, please, Mr. Sholmes? You need only address me as Sholmes. That's what I just did, isn't it? Well, Mr. Sholmes, what were you doing in there? Why, I was resting, of course. Resting? Indeed, I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confines of the wardrobe whilst waiting for the inevitable time to strike, that you would need to call my great powers of detection into service. Oh, and it would seem that the hour is upon us now, the time has come. Bro doesn't fucking know what to do. Am I mistaken? Well, no, actually, you're spot on, for once. Observe closely. Oh, Our Russian host in this cabin, Mr. Roylott, is clearly trying to hide something. Shocking. And do you know what is the most effective weapon to use against a Russian hiding a secret? A newspaper. Why, the truth, of course. Though it should be pointed out that such methods are not exclusively for the Russians. Right. Can you imagine how the Russian will react when the secret he guards so closely is exposed? Would you like to witness it? Oh yes, please. Well then, what you're about to see may well astound you. For I'm about to apply my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. Ugh. This guy's gonna make me cry. Could this man be a more hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian, I ask you? What? From time to time it occurs to me. Is the fellow dubious on account of his Russianness? Oh, that's racist. Or Russian on account of his dubiousness? That's not true either. I really don't think either of those should be occurring to you or anyone. Oh my god. That's right, Mr. Sholmes. I know this man's beard and dark glasses are hard to ignore, especially on first meeting, but I once read it is a capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence. It biases the judgment. Did you read a law book? Shh, I must have complete silence. This guy's an idiot. I'm so excited. What are you doing? Why are you peering at my face like that? Gaze into my eyes. Ah, just as I thought. Yes, I've quite made up my mind now. There can be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. Mr. Roylott, I've reached two incontrovertible conclusions. What do you mean? Number one, your true identity is that of a villain. Using those shears, you're about to end the existence of something most dear. His beard. He's literally about to, we're gonna find out he's about to cut his beard. He has a cat or a baby because he fled the country with his child or something, right? I'm placing my bets now. Was there anything on here that talked about a kid? Now that I look at it, the face structure doesn't look right. Those who see the man's beard with their own eyes never live to tell the tale. He only needs to shave it off. There we go. Alright. Huh? And number two, the other conclusion I have drawn. You are, at this very moment, no less, in the midst of committing a most grievous crime. Beneath that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tension as you realize you have been discovered. Does it not? Ugh. Oh, Naruhodo-san. I never imagined I would witness one of Mr. Sholmes' great deductions with my own eyes. Yeah, why not? That was a great deduction. Nothing can deceive Mr. Sholmes. In a single glance, he can deduce all there is to know about a person. What? What an ineffable twaddle. Oh my god, I haven't seen someone use that word in a long time. Oh yes, I've read about it countless times in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Hello. Pardon. Now I've experienced the astonishing impact of his great deduction firsthand. This is like a dream come true. Stop swooning. Come on, girl. We've got a fucking crime to figure out. Seems like most of his conclusions were right. How could you know? How could I possibly know such a thing? You wish to say? Very well then. I shall elucidate. I shall explain how it was that I arrived at the pair of these conclusions. I've heard these lines before. Let us board the train of reasoning. Choo choo. Choo choo. Whoa. The great detective. Deduction. The game is afoot. Oh no. Old man's identity. What catches the eye in the first place? The beard. Oh, okay. Is the enormous pair of shears in your hand? Ask yourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. His beard. You were on the verge of using shears to cut away that copious beard you sport. Now, moving on. The question then begged is this. Why would you desire to rid yourself of this magnificent beard, Mr. Roylott? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. The book. Regard, if you will, this morning's newspaper. In particular, the fascinating front page article, which it would appear you have also read in your pocket. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. In translation, the headline reads things. As you cannot, God, he's so silly. I fucking love him. As you cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard. Having noted the article yourself, you decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away. In short, your true identity is beyond doubt. You are the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself, villain Bolshevik. Not that I've heard of you myself, you understand? Amazing, he did it. They didn't have to do all this. Wrongdoing. Now, as for my second conclusion. You are at this very moment on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime over there. Oh yes, Mr. Roylott. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. And I assure you, the eyes speak so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before our eyes. Yes, that's traveling case. It is time, I think, that the case be opened and its contents laid bare. No, I refuse. What could you possibly be concealing inside, we ask? By my estimations. A young lady, perhaps? One slight enough to fit therein? A baby? Don't be absurd. And what, pray, would be the identity of this young woman in the traveling case? Dear me. We are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless coup d'etat betrays you. Where is Cat when you need him? Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your traveling case and can equally be found in the pages of the newspaper, for therein lies the most stimulating article. If we turn from the fleeing revolutionary to the back page, he's got a woman. The renowned primo ballerina of the Novovich ballet disappeared from Shanghai. Such a headline can lead us to but one conclusion. Your crime is that of abduction. No, I think they're like on it together. And according to the article, the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova. Okay, we'll see, buddy. Let's see if he's right. Thus concludes Sherlock Sholmes' great deduction of this Russian enigma. Elementsky. Sure. Susato-san, that wasn't one of the great deductions I've been hearing so much about, was it? Well, the stories are full of Dr. Sholmes' brilliant deductions, you know? But that did seem a little different somehow. Excuse me, Mr. Sholmes, could you come over here for a moment? Pray, what can I do for you? It's about your deductions. Would you mind? Not at all. Go on. Well, to start with, there's the newspaper article. I think we had the same discussion before, but these two men look nothing like each other. Thank you! Okay. Ah, yes. I recall our discussion earlier, and at the time, I believe I told you that the man is a revolutionary, well able to revolutionize his own appearance. In fairness to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Roller does look a lot more like this man than you do. That's not the point. And another thing, the part about him abducting the ballerina? Indeed, a truly startling revelation. At first glance, the case would appear too small to accommodate a young woman. Not just at first glance, it is too small, clearly. You'd be lucky to fit a 5-year-old child into that case, even if you, there you go, even if you pushed really hard. I don't suppose the missing ballerina is a 5-year-old child, is she? You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15. No, I didn't know. How could I? Well, if she's 15, then 10 years worth of her would be poking out of the case. That's definitely how it works. Some years ago, I read something pertinent, I believe. A troop of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain litheness in their bodies. Vinegar? For such a sour bunch, it would surely be simplicity itself to contort oneself into the confines of that small case. Oh dear, you might be thinking of contortionists in the circus, Mr. Sholmes. Ugh, this whole thing is turning into a circus. Mr. Naruhodo-san, something occurred to me about Mr. Sholmes' deductions just now. I think his powers of observation are, well, magical. He really cuts to the center of the matter or something. It's just where he directs his attention and his logic that seem a little off. Your idea of a little may be a little off itself, Mrs. Sato. It's just one or two key words in his deductions that seem to let him down. So I was wondering if we might perhaps tactfully switch them for alternatives. What do you think? Ooh! Game, word, game, word, game. Precisely, the thought that was going through my own mind. This man is a lot of work. At times, I wonder how anyone puts up with me. Oh, buddy. It's not that funny. Ah, and you, my good fellow. Take a moment to look at your wrists. My wrists. Oh, I'm freed! How'd that happen? What? Where did your handcuffs? Huh? How did... I felt they may hinder your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction. I don't believe it. Mr. Sholmes, you are a marvel. It was elementary, dear Watson. Watson, that's his name, not Wilson. And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrists when we are finished. Oh, great. I'm not worried. In fact, I'd rather stay like this. We'll see what happens. So, let us begin. Sherlock Holmes is proud to present Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. Oh my god. Oh my god. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. What? So great. Okay. What's the game like? How does this play out? Oh, does it do it automatically? I'm not sure. Would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard? Listen, you totally can, alright? This is like the 19th century. Like, people just use whatever they have, you know? I doubt that's something I'll ever have to worry about. It doesn't quite sit right with me, though. It doesn't seem to be sitting right with Mr. Roylott either. Which means I suppose that the deduction is wrong. Let's try to switch a keyword here, Naruhodo-san, and see if it helps matters. Alright, but how? I think we should start by taking a long hard look at Mr. Roylott. I wonder if it really is his beard that he intends to use those shears on. Yeah, exactly. If we do manage to find something that seems to fit the sense of Mr. Sholm's deduction better, then what? Then I'll leave the rest in your capable hands, Naruhodo-san. And we can do anything. If there's anything we could even use to switch around in last sentence. Oh. What? They are the ballerina lady? They're the ballerina lady. That's suspicious. I didn't even notice. What the? It looks like a cascade of stunning golden locks. No, the color is not the point. The point is, what is going on the back of Mr. Roylet's hair? And why is it growing out from underneath his thick black hair? Well, that is true, so it's stunningly beautiful and stunningly surprising. Something's definitely not right here. Okay, oh, I'm supposed to press present, okay. Oh, look at him, he's so cool. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the golden locks you sport. Indeed, you have identified the precise detail I was intending to expose. Sure. Such lush, golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. You're not a man at all, you're a woman. And judging from the length and sheen of your hair, one still very much in her youth. Oh no. If only I had managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected. Why'd you take so long to do it? The question then begs is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of such magnificent locks? The answer is plain. We have clear evidence. Okay, we don't need to read this. Keep going. Keep going. We don't need to read this, guys, okay? Yes! Cause a lot of it is just like, wow, you did it. Good job. The evidence that reveals your true identity is, of course, the article about the ballerina. That's right, you fit the nail in the head. Okay, and then we're redoing this. Because your true identity is that of Novovich Ballet's prima ballerina. He's so cool. Nikolina Pavlova. Oh no, that's not good. Yeah, take those out. Are you okay? No. Damn. Look at that earring. That's a cool earring. She's so pretty. You're right. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. But please, I beg you, don't tell anyone. She's so pretty. Ballerina on the run. Alright. So what's the conclusion? Okay. Alright. Proof of your crime sits in the bit. This woman is the ballerina. She's right in front of our eyes, so clearly she can't be inside that traveling case as well. No, that's right. It seems she wasn't abducted at all. In which case, what is the crime this young woman is apparently committing? I can see I'm going to have to step in and fix the grave detective's mistakes. I was thinking, oh, yeah, that definitely. Yeah, that's definitely a concern. Well, what's in the case? A cat? It's probably just a cat. Wow, look at this dazzling tiara. I've never seen anything like it. Are those real diamonds, do you think? Oh, Naruhodo-san, try it on. What, me? Isn't it usually girls who wear tiaras? Hey, you can wear a tiara. Yes. Done. The proof of your crime is surely this tiara. I believe this wood tiara is worn on stage by dancers in the Novovich Ballet, is it not? Indeed, it would appear to be identical to the tiara pictured here in the newspaper article. It's an item worth 20,000 ruble. In summary, the crime you have committed is theft. Oh no. Yes, you left your ballet troupe unlawfully, taking their precious tiara with you. Oh. Doing great. Can we let her go? I'll let it slide. Okay, she's so beautiful. I have no one, no family, no friends. I'm all alone, and I need money. But I did not steal the tiara. It was a present from, how do you say, an Earl of Prussia? It belongs to me. This girl is only 15 years old. She's run away all by herself. She must have been extremely lonely. Prussia. All right, I'll tell you everything. There is no point to hiding it now. Come, let us not be hasty. What? There remains one unsolved mystery about you. Mystery? What do you mean? What made you have staunchly refused to open this traveling case of yours in our presence? It is reasonable to conclude that there exists some reason why you wish it to remain closed. Cat. Is that not so, Miss Pavlova? My dear girl. My dear girl, there's no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. Indeed, I have a very good idea of the contents of your case, even before I even laid eyes on them. Cat. Dear me. We are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless coup d'oeil betrays you. What? Yes, the reason why you're free. You fucking idiot. What do you mean? He completely changed tack with his deduction now. I think Mr. Sholmes is adapting his logic to the changing circumstances, don't you? Maybe, but why has he suddenly brought the bookshelf in all of this? It's just a wild guess, surely. Oh, do you think so? Well, it doesn't seem likely that the reason why this young woman doesn't want to open her case would have written in a book that doesn't even belong to her. Yes, that's true, but still. Miss Pavlova certainly did cast her eyes in that direction. Then there has to be another reason why she won't open her case, and it must be somewhere in the same area, if that's where her gaze was drawn. The reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the books on the bookshelf. Oh, no pets. No pets. We're figuring it out. It's exactly the same notice in our cabin, too. Yes! Yeah! I told you it was a cat. I forgot about the rules, but I told you it was a cat. Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Which is very good reason, because you don't want to get, like, you know, like fleas and other dangerous diseases to other countries. Inside that case of yours is something forbidden from carriage on this vessel. That is the real reason why you refuse to open it, thus revealing its contents. Hi. Yeah, cat. Jump. As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time. But no weapon or other dangerous item would move on its own accord. Which leaves but one possibility. Miss Pavlova, inside your traveling case is a pet! Not like that. Oh, they're idiots. I love them. Ah, Okay. Is the last item listed as forbidden in the vessel's rules of passage a pet? Hi, Stania, and it's even my birthday. Oh my god, it is. Oh my god, wait. Pardon. Good timing, good timing. Stania, thank you for the tier 1 subscription for 4 years. 4 years and 8 months. 8 months, much appreciated. And happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dearest Antia. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Yeah. Good on you, girlie. Congratulations for making it to such an age. I'll be honest, I feel like the days have been slipping by me so quickly. Like, you know, before I was like, man, it's only like 7 days into February. And now, like, fuck, I missed the last 3 days. Like, thank you. No worries. Any fun plans? Gonna spend time with the fam? Or go on holidays? I feel like last year you went on holidays. I don't know if that's right, but... Da ba ba da ba da. She's so pretty. God, it's so funny. I love that we got to correct him though. That's a fun little mini game. Oh, look at them. Deduction complete. Oh, elementary. That is such a good cover. Oh my god. So clearly you aren't who you say you are. No, I am not Grimsby Roylott. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Everything you said was correct. You absconded during one of your ballet company's performances in order to escape your homeland. Yeah. In lurking, parents are home. No worries, Aelin. You got this. Later the same night, you stole aboard this vessel, which couldn't have been easy. The Boreal is a huge steamship with a vast crew. Could you really have snuck on board without being noticed? Well, you were. In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman, and you intended to sever all links with your past by severing your long hair. Why didn't she do it sooner? I mean, maybe we only just passed by Shanghai. Yet to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. To men too, thank you. My personal recommendation is to leave well alone. Sir, if it was just you about to cut off your own hair, who was it that let out the scream we heard from outside the cabin? That veritable tinkling of a bell? Well, none other than this young lady, naturally. More like a full set of pipes, if you ask me. I was so scared when I ran away in Shanghai. I was sure they would come looking for me. That's why I decided to, how do you say, disgust myself, so no one would recognize me. As a result, you transformed yourself into a questionable old man, I see. I put on the fur hat and fake beard, and then, just before you came in here, I was in the newspaper. Right on the page, there was a picture of me. I was so frightened, I couldn't stop from screaming. I knew that if I didn't change my appearance completely, they would find me. Okay, so this was the morning of, I guess. So I decided to cut all my hair as fastly as possible. I picked up the scissors in my hand and... At that precise moment, we walked in through the annoyingly unlocked cabin door. Why didn't she lock it? Looks like there's some... things happen like that sometimes, don't they? Oh my god. Things do indeed happen like that from time to time. Are those two even talking about the same thing? There's just one more thing I'd like to know. What exactly do you have inside your traveling case?
You are right. It is my dear friend inside. My only friend in the whole world. Please, don't tell anyone. If the captain finds out, if you say to any of the crew.
Your secret is safe with us, I assure you, but in return, you must tell us, in as much detail as you can muster, about the events of last night.
Yes, all right. I will tell you. Well, Mr. Naruhodo-san. Wasn't it something? Mr. Sholmes' great deduction. I had to correct it. What the fuck are you talking about?
It was certainly something, yes. I'm just not entirely sure what.
But at least Miss Pavlova has agreed to tell us what she knows. That's incredible.
Indeed, it is incredible. Ah, and one more thing.
Oh, yeah?
What? Observe your wrists.
My...
Fuck. That's so funny.
Oh, your hands are cuffed again.
I love that it's like, I can't tell if he's doing it or not. Unless I'm looking at him. I have object permanence, but with my hands. God, what are they doing even?
What? How?
True to my word, I've restored your shackles.
Ugh, when and why? Still the top criminal. There is still a shadow of guilt cast over you, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm sorry to say, it can't be helped at the moment. She's so cute when she makes that face.
She looks like such a puppy dog.
Anyway, let's listen to what Miss Pavlova has to say. I can't go on not knowing. I want to see the pet.
If I find out it's a snake, I'm gonna lose my mind. I doubt it's a snake, but like, who the fuck knows?
Converse? Friend?
So the friend you mentioned is inside your traveling case, is that right?
Oh, please, don't tell any of the crew. If they found my precious.
My precious.
Then the burly Russians would bestir themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt.
So reassuring, Mr. Sholmes. What sort of pet is your friend? A little puppy, is it? It is, isn't it?
Maybe an adorable little rabbit? Ah, your credit Russian as a land with small rabbits, do you?
Oh, don't they have small rabbits there then?
You may well ask. I have no idea. You two are miserable bunglers when it comes to understanding the nature of our young ballerina's friends. Isn't it obvious? It must be a chicken.
Yeah, really?
Consider the benefits. A rousing wake-up call, daily fresh eggs. And when adversity strikes, it could satisfy the need of sustenance. I love your thinking, so you'll eat your friends. I'll remember that. Oh my god. Any day, Sherlock. Any day. If it's a snake, she's fucked. Well, it appears this friend's identity is a closely guarded secret, not to be revealed.
She obviously doesn't quite trust us yet. Something I should like to know, I think.
Can I, like, inspect the, premises yet, at least? Okay, she's still... I'm not touching your things, I'm looking at your ventilator hole, okay? That's not intimate, I promise. Okay. Ba-dum. Ba-dum. Ba-ba-ba-dum. Clay Sholmes has the power of dramaticism, and thus can vanish and reappear spotlights and handcuffs when dramatically appropriate. Though Russian isn't really a snake place. You know, that's a really good point. It's really cold. It shouldn't be a snake. If anything, it's gotta be a bear, right? They have bears there because it's cold. It's gotta be a bear. Tiny little bear cub would be really cute. Also, I don't think a snake would make the case rattle that much. I'm just hoping it's not a snake because obviously that would implicate her as a murderer. And I don't think she's a murderer. She's too focused on her theft to do murder. Unless she was worried about the Kazuma, like, finding out who she is and ratting on her, maybe? It doesn't seem realistic. What the fuck are we? This one. One of the crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast. The man who died, he was a friend of mine. Oh. That's why we're trying to find out what happened. Did you notice anything unusual last night? Perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example. Perhaps people talking? Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest. Perhaps its steam engine exploded. Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed if that had... perhaps everyone on board would have happened if that... Why perhaps at the beginning of that? Miss Pavlova, is there anything you can tell us? I don't know. I'm sorry, but all I could think about last night was what I had done and whether they would find me. I didn't notice anything that was happening around me. That's convenient. Oh, I see. Let's keep going. You ran away from the ballet. Yes, I'm traveling to Great Britain, and from there, I want to go to America. I will never dance again. I want to forget everything about the ballet. I want to start a new life. You wish to forget. A challenging proposition. When you have that striking tiara as a reminder. But the tiara is mine. I need it to live. I have no money of my own. The Novovich Ballet gives us only a little food and water, and we must dance all over the world. I had to run away. I had no choice. If I stayed, it would have killed me. So you ran away to protect yourself? Yes, and of the crew of this ship, they have all been kind to me. They let me come on board, and they said I could hide in this cabin. Damn, winning. There's vents, and didn't someone mention a speckled man? Well, yeah, but we don't know if she has a snake specifically, okay? And yes, I am aware of the Sherlock reference, okay? But surely it's a red herring, or it's either a red herring, or obviously we're trying to figure out who set the snake on the person. Also, can you train a snake to go through a vent to kill someone? That seems awfully convenient. There's a lot of things happening here. Ugh. Okay, slowly getting Water Fox back to where I had Firefox. I routinely train snakes to go through vents. Okay, alright, then I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry I ever thought otherwise. I apologize for my idiocy and incompetence. Okay, truly, we are before a snake god. My tabs keep constantly crashing. Dude, Telstra has been fucking broken all day. I don't know what's been happening. I didn't have data. No one, my co-worker didn't have data. My sister didn't have data. It was so weird. I don't know if it's been fixed or not yet. What do you think about it, Mr. Naruhodo? Me? Oh, well, yeah, of course. I think we should hear Miss Pavlova's explanation. Miss Pavlova, allow me to pose you a riddle. Stretch that neck out. According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet. It got on the news quick. Now, that being the case, actually, that's a really good point. It got on the news very quickly. You have to wait like 3 days? It's 24 hours until you call the police. And then, like, a major thing if it's like longer than like two to 3 days. I don't know. Just got Water Fox yesterday, though still setting it all up properly. Just wanted to try something that was Firefox like, but not Firefox. I've never heard of Water Fox until today. It must have been last night you boarded this vessel. Yeah, we got that. Stopped no port last night. Okay, it's starting to shape together. Ah, that's it, of course. So how is it, pray, that you come to be on board? He does pick up on some stuff. He's just an idiot.
Now that I think about it, the crewman outside the cabin acted very strangely when we mentioned that. It was just after we asked him about when the occupant of this cabin came aboard.
It is not of business. Because they have little blue fox on their website. It follows your mouse around the webpage. Oh shit, okay. This is definitely something I'm gonna have to look up now.
Yeah, you're right. He did seem to be hiding something. An angel descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to the stage.
Sorry, what was that?
It is how the Russian newspapers described one of my performances.
Sorry, I had pizza, so I'm like a lot of carbs in me. I'm also anti-chromium browsers too. I should be. One of these days I'll switch it around. One of these days I haven't yet though. Every time I'm like, man, I should do that, I get a little too overwhelmed.
And that is how I came here too. I descended from the heavens because I am an angel.
She arrived on a helicopter. Considering English isn't your mother tongue, your description is very vivid.
Mr. Sholmes once said, I never can resist a touch of the dramatic. It seems Miss Pavlova is the same.
A genius descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to detection. Words once said about myself. A quote from a wonderfully extravagant advertisement for The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, in fact. Bro's just advertising Sherlock Holmes books. Yes, yes, Mr. Shoei. Anyway, that doesn't look like Miss Pavlova is going to tell us what really happened. Okay. Let me have a look. Is there anything I can present you? You know the crimes against Skyrim and her people. Do you know anything about this Bolshevik guy? I'm just curious to see what she'll say. Did you know this merciless revolutionary already?
No. But when I saw the picture, I couldn't believe it. He looks just like me in my disguise.
Huh? Am I the only one around here with eyes?
The other man, the one wearing the brown, he also said so. He said we look the same.
Yes, he says a lot of things, but I have a strong feeling that besides you and the great detective, you won't find another soul in this ocean who thinks there's any similarities there at all.
Mr. Naruhodo, I won't allow you to speak ill of Mr. Sholmes.
No, no, I wouldn't dream of it. Ryunosuke is such a sassy guy. Alright, so what do I need to do? Open the case. Oh, come on. Let me see the cat. Alright, bye. This is the diary of my friend who passed away.
His diary.
Yes, and he wrote it in last night before he died, something a little unusual. It reads... Okay, you should be asleep at that time, but yeah.
A speckled band. I don't understand.
It's strange, isn't it? But the ventilator he mentioned joins to this cabin, you see. It's up there on the wall.
In other words, the cabin and the victims' cabins are connected together. Oh. Miss Pavlova, has something occurred to you? Does the speckled band or the whistling sound, perhaps? No, I don't know anything.
Oh. Okay. Suspicious amount of time. Uh-oh. Excuse me, Mr. Royler. Whoa! Back in her costume. I love it. Yeah, boy. Wow, she's fast. Captain would like to speak to you. You must come to the captain's quarters at once, please. All right. I will come now. Bye! What? You must leave. Now. Oh no, it's fine. Don't mind us.
Yes, please don't worry yourself, Mr. Royler.
Get out. The passenger said get out, or do you want me to throw you out? Oh, looks like we'll have to deal investigating this cabin until later. I want to know what the animal is. At least Sasato-san and I are on the same page. That's okay. Alright. Oh my god, that was so long. We've barely investigated anything. Oh my god, we've done literally nothing. I guarantee what we're gonna find out is like, yes, the ventilator connects to 2 different grates, but there's actually like a center grate, right? Like from a higher level, there's the ventilator goes down and then it splits off into 2 different directions. And maybe the snake was supposed to go and attack. Someone finds out that the ballet lady is attacking and it was supposed to go in and murder her so they could then get the tiara back, but instead it went in and killed Kazuma. And the question there, though, is why is there Russian on the floor? We'll get there. Also, where are we going to do our like judge stuff? Are we gonna have like a judge but on the ocean? Ocean judge. Dun 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 dun. Ocean judge. Wah, wah, wah. That's how it works, right?
I wish we hadn't been thrown out like that.
Same. Wish you managed to find some clue about the speckled band. What happened to our great detective friend? Where'd he go?
Oh yes, he's completely disappeared.
Why did he do that? Slipped away as quietly as the wind, but not before ensuring that these were securely back on my wrists. He pays attention. I feel like we need to just go back in here now. Oh, fuck. Bum, ba, ba, da, ba, 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 da. Bum, bum, ba, da, bum, bum, ba, da. Yeah, cool. Looks like they're still investigating in here.
Yes, on that subject, I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga is unscathed.
What do you mean unscathed?
Surely you haven't forgotten, have you, Naruhodo-san?
I have, to be honest. That was a day ago.
Don't you remember what he said about allowing you out of this cabin to investigate? He was going to talk to the captain about it. He said he'd lay his life on the line for you.
Oh, yeah. But I'm sure he was exaggerating.
Let's see what he has to say for himself.
Might have some news for us. You, where did you go? Oh, sorry, I just went to the next door. What? Who gave you permission for this? Well, Seaman Hosonaga did. That new Japanese, was it? Later, I will roll him into ball and throw him in the courtroom. Phew, he's gone back to guarding the door.
I hope Inspector Hosonaga doesn't find himself in too many trouble on our account.
He's really gone out of his way to help us, hasn't he? When he gets back to Japan, we'll have to take him for a steak at La Carnival. That reminds me, I had a theory. I don't know if it's correct or not, but wouldn't it be crazy if, you know, I was telling you guys that there needs to be a Moriarty character, right? It would be crazy if Hosonaga was the Moriarty right at the end of the game. Like, he helps us through every trial, and then it's like, I've been doing this all for my own sake. We'll find out.
That could be a very long time from now, Naruhodo-san.
Okay. Ah. Oh my god, he does look beaten and bruised. What's he doing in the corner? Ah, you're back. Inspector, what happened to your face? Please, don't worry about it. He's always bleeding, this man. Made by a bear, maybe? When I told the captain that I had to give you Fuck, I just poured water all over me. I hope you guys didn't see that. Did or didn't, I don't know. Oh my god, I like flicked it up like it had the lid on it, and I too late realized that it didn't have the lid on it. We're fine. It's just a little bit of water. Just you know, just throw it on myself a bit so I can stay cool. That was my goal all along. I just wanted to stay cool. Just move my fan around. Okay. Damn, that was a lot of water. I got everywhere. Damn, that was impressive. Still water left over. Is Hosonaga Larry mixed with Gumshoe? No. Hosonaga is a competent cop. He's actually fairly competent. I'm trying to think through like different characters. Because he's who loves disguises. Yes, he loves disguises. He's way smarter than Larry or Gumshoe and does all kind of jobs. No, he does like disguises, but he's a cop. Full stop. That doesn't change. Didn't see that. Thank you. Good. Good. He told me he'd pummel me with his fists and then toss me overboard. I've just decided to give him my Miles Edgeworth voice because why not? He's apparently, he talks enough. I think he's the first competent cop we've met in the series at this point. I agree with that. That's why I was kind of like, who could I compare him to? And my brain was like, I can't really? Because there's not really a competent cop among all of them. The cops in this game are either Gumshoe or ex-criminals or criminals. They're found out to be criminals. It's one or the other. Can't really win. Okay. I'm just gonna turn my little guy around. Looking at my little crocodile. What? But the pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. So it was nothing, really. Do I have some more tissues? If he looked like he wasn't joking, then he may have laid his life on the line if he had to.
Well, thanks to your efforts, we now know a little about the neighboring cabin. The girl has a cat, probably.
Yeah, so I understand.
Oh?
I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. How long is a little while ago? I think his name was something like Herlock Sholmes. I don't think he was German, though. Ah, that explains it. Shall we compare notes then? We can tell you what we've found out. Yes, let's do it. Oh my god. What? Nikolina Pavlova? She's in the cabin next door. Oh, do you know who she is? Please, what self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know the graceful angel? I love how much he loves ballet. Okay, it's okay, buddy. Oops, I think I upset him there. Well, that tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case, at least. Oh? How? Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they? Oops, now I've definitely upset him.
Inspector, has your investigation here proved fruitful? If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do. Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed, ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. So I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job. Oh, I see. Ah, there is one thing. I do have a small piece of new information for you. Oh, what? Yes, do tell us, Inspector, please.
He was murdered, by the way. Kazuma. Of course he was. Kazuma is our Maya, okay? Wait, no. Mia. Maya. Mia. The busty bitch that died. You know, in the first case, it's like, oh my god, she's our mentor. She's so wonderful, blah, blah, blah. Mia. Maya. Yeah, Mia. My brain was like, isn't that the same word that I'm saying, just slightly differently? Kazuma was slightly less busty. You're right. My apologies. I got it all wrong. Yeah, so now now it's like, this is the second case. And of course he's died. And it's like, why? What happened? It's saying that though, we haven't seen the body ourselves. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm a little sus for the time being just because I'm not saying it couldn't. I'm not saying Kazuma's not dead. I'm just saying it's weird that it's kind of like our character is woken up and it's like, your friend's dead, don't worry about it. Like, that's not literally what's happening, but like, we just woke up. Mia, Maya, tomato. Yeah, literally. Is this? The Bay Medical Office has finished his examination of the body. I managed to obtain the report. Oh? Kazuma-sama. So what was the cause of death? Poison? Damage to the cervical vertebrae is what written in the report. Why is the cervical? Isn't that like the butt? Is that the butt? The back butt? Oh, his neck? That's his neck? What? I was thinking of the cervix. Don't worry about it. I don't know anything. Neck. Thank you. I'm paying attention. I didn't do biology past year 9, guys, okay? There's a reason. Yes, and it seems so. There was no obvious wounds or any signs of injury. He broke his neck. Can I just say that's even more fascinating now, because that means some form of blunt force trauma or something else happened. Like, I'm still convinced that the ship hit something in the middle of the night and like upset everything in the room, because the bookshelves in this room and in the room next to it were all shuffled up all the same way, which makes me think like the ship itself could have like hit something in the night, and it literally, if Kazuma was on his feet, maybe scared of the snake that came into the room, maybe he got like thrown a little bit and like smashed down the floor. And oh shit, wrong button. That would mean that the only thing left we need to explain is why is the Russian word for wardrobe written in here? Obviously someone was trying to incriminate. Someone was trying to incriminate the guy, our character. I hate locked room mysteries. Like, you just sit there and you go around in circles like, how the fuck do they get in the room? I'm like, I don't know, man. Anyway, we'll find out. So, at first, I thought they were I think they were considering poison. So was I. But it turns out they found no traces of poison in his system at all. Well, what weapon did they use then? They don't know. Nothing has been found as yet, but the fact there are no signs of a wound suggests it may have been a blunt object, something that wouldn't leave a mark. Right. Oh, I see. Oh, the body's nerves run through the spine to the brain. A strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. It is a possibility, and no obvious wound would be left. Poor Kazuma. I have a second copy of the report. If it might be useful, you're welcome to have it. Really? Are you sure? Yes, it's fine. I trust you. See, like, he's really trusting and tries to, like, put on a brave face of being like, this just makes me think he's suspicious. Not in this case, but eventually he'll be suspicious. After all, if I didn't trust you, I'd never have agreed to you leaving this cabin in the first place, would I? Suspicious. Oh, Mr. Sholmes was here. Yes, he seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept about on the floor investigating. But then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored. You say anything at all? Actually, now you mention it, yes, just one thing. But he practically shouted it. It's shoe polish, was all he said. Shoe polish? I wonder what he meant. On the floor? It was when he went over there by the piece of broken glass. Do you see it? That's shoe polish? Or perhaps he was talking about this brick-colored mark, do you think? Ah, yes, that must be it. But how come Mr. Sholmes knows that it's shoe polish? That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea. What is it, Susato-san? Well, Kazuma-san was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue. Dark tan, a sort of dark brownish red then. Yes, a little like the color of red wine, but darker. I've repaired them for him. Oh. Does this mean that this mark was made by the polish on Kazuma's shoes as they scuffed on the floor? I'm confused. Let's keep pressing forward. My fellow crewman's eyes are boring into the back of my head. Yeah, that might be for the best. Bye! No, well... Oh, poor buddy. I feel terrible that I failed to protect Osoki-san. He was my responsibility. Of course, my pain is nothing compared to yours. You are his friends. The truth is, I seem to have a heavy head ever since I woke up this morning. That's 2 people. Oh. There was something in the food. I know this might sound crazy, but like the main character, the main character, Naruhodo, also said that he'd felt really like sluggish when he woke up this morning and had a bit of a headache. But now Hosonaga is also saying that, which makes me think. And like, remember Kazuma didn't eat chicken, so whoever ate the chicken last night would have suffered the same effects as anyone else, but Kazuma never did. So they were probably trying to catch Kazuma unawares by him falling asleep, but he didn't. Heavy head. That's interesting. Head's still throbbing too. That or he also got hit over the head, but we'll find out. The smell. Smell it. Oh my god, okay. What else is there to say? No, that's not what I wanted to click. Oh well. He likes huffing shoe polish. Who doesn't? Okay. Shoe polish is like one of the best things to huff. Right after textures, okay? Come on. Let's keep going. I clicked the button. I'm sorry. Can I go back into the hallway? Slay. I'm just walking backwards and forwards between 2 rooms. Look, Naruhodo-san. Simon Stroganoff has gone. Stroganoff? The burly Russian sailor who always crosses his arms and glaring at us. Ugh. All these names are impossible to remember. What do you mean? It's like the food. Tra-la-la. Did you hear that? It sounded like someone singing. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. It is... I did it the great detective way. Oh no. This caroling. I know that lark-like voice. Well, never mind that now. This is a golden opportunity for us. Search a room! Miss Pavlova isn't back yet. Yeah, you better fucking be fast, mate. The thing is open now too. So Sato-san, oh, where'd she go? It's so weird seeing them move around in like a 3D space. Hey, those are our private things. There's not a moment to waste, Naruhodo-san. We must investigate as quickly as possible. Suppose you're right. Not just for Kazuma-sama. What do you mean? It can't be long now until we arrive at port in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there. Really? We must solve this case, Naruhodo-san, by ourselves if we have to. Yes, we will. Examine closely. What? Wait, what do you mean? There's a giant bag here. You're saying that's not suspicious? Fine, whatever. Sorry, I'm right here, yeah, why? Oh, good. Thought you might have climbed into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. There's no place like home. Oh, that's so good. Believe me, I don't have some strange compulsion to jump into every wardrobe I see, you know. Well, anyway, I'm not sure anyone could fit inside this one. It's full of beautiful outfits. I suppose they're all stage costumes. I was rather hoping we might find Miss Pavlova's friend hiding in there. No such luck. All of them toppled over. It's exactly like the one in Kazuma's tower. Perhaps. Perhaps Miss Pavlova was practicing a difficult ballet pose and fell against the bookcase. I don't know. Would she really be practicing ballet on the same night she ran away from her ballet company? Why not? Alright then. Must have been you. You lost your temper and knocked them all over in a fit of rage. Not everything bad that happens on the ship is because of me, you know. Well, anyway, I'll set them straight here again. Weird. Weird. Suspicious. Weird. Oh wait, the vent. Ventilator connects to Kazuma's cabin. Though, what a fool a shipbuilder must be to open a ventilator into another room. Ah, maybe. It's so that if there's a gas leak next door, the occupant of this cabin would notice and raise the alarm? Or, the occupants of both cabins would die of gas poisoning. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That is a possibility. Anyway, last night Kazuma wrote that he's heard a speckled band out of the ventilator. I don't need to inspect that. That's probably the same thing as they said in the other thing. Hooks on the wall. Baka baka boom. Tea. Plate on the floor. Let's do tea first. It would seem the teapot is empty. So the actual conclusion is that the Russians are a very thirsty people. What? Well, because Miss Pavlova came into this cabin last night, she hasn't had the chance to make any tea yet. Is this ship quite safe? I'm sure that even if there is a little leak in the roof, it doesn't mean the whole ship is going to sink. No, you're right. Of course you're right.
Suppose every cabin has a waste paper basket. Shall we have a little look and see what's been thrown away? Naruhodo-san. It's poor etiquette to go stifling through someone's rubbish, you know. Ugh, those eyes. She's looking at me like I'm a piece of rubbish now. However, these are special circumstances, I think. Exactly! We have no choice. There's hardly anything in here at all. Well, yeah, she only arrived last night. That's a little disappointing. There are just a few books on the desk. Nothing else by the looks of it. Well, Miss Pavlova only ran away from the ballet last night. She barely occupied this cabin for any time at all. That's true. I wonder what kind of book she likes to read. Let me see. Yes, I see. It would seem that Miss Pavlova enjoys reading. Books written in Russian. Thanks. I think I probably knew that already. Oh my, Miss Pavlova's case is open. It's completely empty inside, but according to the great detective's great deduction, she was hiding her special friend in there. Yes, a friend that she had to keep secret. Because you're not supposed to bring animals aboard the SSBO, yeah. Oh yeah. I wonder what kind of animals she had in there. And more to the point, where is it now? So this is on the floor because she was feeding her pet. Obviously. Same bolt. Okay, same comment as the other one. What else is there to possibly inspect here? Maybe I have to click on these things again. Okay, a bell cord. Nothing happens with these bell cords. Alright, I don't see anything else to investigate. Let's leave. Did I do the right thing? We'll find out. Nope. Okay. Very suspicious, very suspicious. What else is that I could possibly have missed? I wish I could have had, like, inspect the bag. I wanted to see what was in the bag. Wardrobe, beds, done, wardrobe, done, picture, thing, done. Pardon. Maybe it's something in the hallway. Alright. Back. I'm thinking if we go to the hallway. The dude's not in the hallway anymore, so can I, like, go out into the other deck? Perhaps. Oh, there he is. God, he's literally a jump scare in this game. I swear to God. Did they do this on purpose? Every single time I every time it gives me a little jolt inside because he's like obviously doesn't match. He's literally a jump scare. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Hey, buddy. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, look. Wow, you never know where he's gonna turn up next, do you? Yeah. Terrifying. He seems to be stealing a look at something as he sings to himself. Didn't pay attention to him at all. Tra-la-la-li-ra-li-ra-li-lay. I did it the great detective way. Tra-la-la-li-ra-li-ra-li-lay. He's still singing. Do you think he hasn't noticed us? Or he's simply in extremely high spirits? Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when the yard bit off more than it could chew. And through it all, when there was doubt, it's lucky her luck was about. Excuse me. I solved it all, I stood tall, I did it the great detective way. Mr. Sholmes! What is it? What do you want? Fine. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, man.
What a guy. Honestly, interrupting a fellow when he's singing it, I was about to reach the climactic finish. I'll give you a climactic finish. Wait, hold up. Sorry, I thought you were never going to stop, so I figured now is as good a time as any. God, English. English is my first language. And my last, unfortunately. I very nearly dropped you to the floor with one of my famous right hooks. Ah, yes. I totally believe you'd punch me out. Alright, I get the picture. Now put those armies away. That's probably what he said.
Mr. Sholmes, you seem to be examining something before we were interrupting you.
Ah, yes, that. I was immersed in study of the ship's log, as penned in the stockily built crewmen who are usually on guard here.
Oh yes, the ship's log.
And did you find anything useful from it? Well, after 2 a.m. this morning, the majority of the entries are blank. Which means that there was nothing to report. Nothing of note happening, so... You truly are a student for the land of the rising sun. You've been utterly blinded by it. Wow, okay, that's kind of rude. Your logic, my boy, is inverted.
Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
Observe the other pages, and all shall become clear. It would seem the same crewman oft stand sentry in the first-class passageway, and he has an almost religious practice of recording nothing to report every half an hour. Oh. Oh, he writes that in every 30 minutes?
Nothing to report?
Precisely, but put simply, the seaman writes nothing to report when there is just that. And yet, the ship's log from last night is largely blank. He didn't even write nothing to report, because he was also asleep from the chicken. I know it.
Do you mean?
Yes, there were circumstances afoot last night which led to the seaman being absent from his post.
What kind of circumstances? What happened?
That remains a mystery for now, but we can be sure something significant took place. So significant that it caused the seaman to forget his regular habit of scribing nothing to report in the log. These are important details. I would stake my life on it. You should log the ship's log in your mental file. Alright. Now that deduction was worthy of a great detective. Ah, you're starting to understand what my way is, I see. What makes Sholmes brilliant. Oh, ouch. What is it? Are you hurt? Oh, don't worry yourself. Don't you worry. I seem to be afflicted with a throbbing head this morning for some reason. Nothing more. Someone else who ate the chicken. We all know it, okay, guys? It was definitely the chicken. Well, my friends, until our next encounter. Hi, Bert. Hi, Ultra. How's it going? I hope you're having a good day. Oh my god. Something wrong, Susato-san. You seem lost in thought.
It's just... well, I feel the same.
Sorry?
Ever since I woke this morning, I've had something of a headache.
She also ate the chicken! The chicken had been doused in a suspicious substance. What was it? We'll find out with our great deductive, great reasoning skills of observation. Bye. See you, Bert. Love you, buddy. Sort of continuous throbbing. Ah, yes. Oh, you two. Let me free. Da-da-da-da. Oh. Alright. Okay, now that I've talked to him, I gotta go into Pavlova's cabin, and then I gotta listen to him yak. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
What's that?
Uh-oh. The emergency alarm is going off! Shut down the emergency immediately! Vessel sighted a quarter mile forward. Full stop. Hard to starboard. All hands brace for impact. What the?
They were about to crash into another ship.
Oh my god. What?
I can't stand.
Sasaki-san, hold on to me!
What?
Okay, this escalated out of nowhere.
Sasaki-san, are you alright? Are you injured at all? I think I'm fine. Thank you, Naruhodo-san.
And that explains why the books all got fucked up. See, like, okay, this room's in a little bit of disrepair, but like, you know, only something like that would have explained why, dramatic, I know, right? Why, like, Kazuma's room ended up the same way, you know?
Looks like we avoided a collision, I think.
How big is the ship? That's a good question. I assumed that it's like a really big ship, you know, like a big ship. Like the Princess Cruise, but maybe smaller. But a pretty big, I'm just saying, like, this room's pretty big. Admittedly, there's only 2 rooms for first class. But that doesn't mean there's not, like, a whole layer of, like, rooms like this one for second class and commercial, whatever.
Oh my goodness, what about you, Naruhodo-san? Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine. Ah, and now the door is locked. If there was anyone in there, shout if you need assistance. Oh, that sounds like... Oh. Is that you in there, Naruhodo-san? Unbolt the door, quickly. What? The bolt? Look at that. The door's bolted. It's all coming together, guys. Okay, hear me out. This is going to be ridiculous, okay? In the middle of the night, maybe he heard the snake. The snake didn't hurt him, though, okay? The snake was just there, okay? Distracted him into the corner of the room, all right? Now, wait. So everyone on the ship ate the chicken that had been tampered with, okay? All right? The chicken, I sound crazy. The chicken had been tampered so that everyone in the ship, when they went to sleep, were, like, properly conked out, okay? So the bad guy could sneak into Kazuma's room, kill him, put all the information he wants, like, mess up the room however the way he wants, and then, while everyone is still asleep from the chicken, went up to the ship captain's area, turned the ship hard to one side so that the door would close behind him, so to create a locked door mystery. You know what, I was wondering if something like that would be strong enough to close the bolt door, but I was like, it kind of made sense, but we didn't have evidence yet to kind of properly prove it.
No, I didn't touch it.
Well, that's strange. How did... And look at the books. They're just like the way they were before. Can we put this in my evidence book yet?
Naruhodo-san, aren't you going to open the door and let the inspector in?
Right. Better tidy this place up first. You don't have to, mate. The tainted chicken. The chicken taint. Listen, you said it, not me. Our violent emergency stop has solved one mystery, at least. It's in a very vivid way. But I knew that was what awaited us on the other side of the cabin door would not be pleasant. I heard about tidying the cabin with a new sense of foreboding in my heart. Oh, okay. We're up to part 3, I guess. How many parts are in this again? I'm trying to remember how long each of these chapters are. Especially considering, like... we should be close to... Well, I'm close to halfway, surely. I'm really tempted to look it up, but that would ruin the surprise.
Somehow, the door to the cabin we were in ended up bolted after we made an emergency stop. Susato-san took a deep breath and gently slid the door back. Hey. Wow, she's shorter than I remember. You, what are you doing in Miss Pavlova's quarters? Oh, you both look unhurt. Good. Yes, we're fine, thank you. What on earth happened? We heard something about how we were going to collide with another ship. Yes, it appears to have been a false report, though. They fucking would. Oh, how'd that happen? There's a dense fog outside, so it's extremely difficult to see. Someone must have thought he saw a ship ahead. This person obviously triggered the alarm, and that's why we made an emergency stop. Everything is chaos. Passengers are screaming, crew are running everywhere. This first-class area is the only quiet part of the ship at the moment. Oh, I see. Someone triggered the alarm? Does that mean that someone pressed that button outside? Oh, you... what for? You wicked intruder, dressed all in black, you are the devil. She's so pretty. Look at her. Sorry, me? I've been called a lot of things before, but devil is a first. You opened my traveling case. How could you? What? No, we didn't touch it. That's right, Miss Pavlova. It was already open when we came into your cabin. Inspector. Yes? Arrest this man. I know he did it. He is a criminal. Is it not enough that he killed a man? Duh, he is stowaway as well. If Vixen promises not to steal chicken, do you believe? What? Yeah, I do. Ugh. Take him away. He's a trespasser as well as everything else. Wow. Stowing away, trespassing, killing. She is right, you are a devil. Doesn't look good, doesn't. There is a cell below deck. Throw him in. Okay, funsies. Tomorrow we dock in Hong Kong, then we give you straight to police. Wait, a cell? Please, Inspector Hosonaga, is there anything you can do? This is a Russian vessel. I really have no jurisdiction here. After my last efforts to appeal to the captain's good nature, I think I'm out of options. This is terrible. This is a real crisis. I've got to find a solution. Immediately. Oh, look at them all stretched out. Vixen is a female fox. I do know that. It just threw me off for a second, because obviously Vixen is usually used to be like, man, that Vixen, you know, like tricksy woman. And I was like, why would a female catch a chicken? You know, typical thoughts. I mean, I would go after a chicken, so like. Okay, so what? Do I want to present something? It doesn't say I can present anything. Do you want me to examine something? Okay. They're not letting me touch anything again now. Fucking hell. Is there anyone who can help me out of this mess? The snake? Oh my god. Oh my god, man. I can't deal with this idiot. I can't. Oh my god, man. You're gonna lose lives off me. I'm literally losing, like, vitality in my soul. What the? Why are you doing up there? Oh my god, yo, nice crown. Mr. Sholmes? Naturally, I was analyzing what a weight of 20,000 ruble feels like on one's head. Have I not told you that as a detective it is my business to know what other people do not? This is mere tomfoolery, my boy. Oh, no, no. How old is he anyway? I kind of want to know. 8. 15. Well, 15. 34. Ugh. He's got the whimsy in his heart. What a great guy for 34. Ah.
Alternatively, maybe a lot of women have stolen his chickens. You know what? I like that theory. Only because I'm a woman, I would steal chicken. Okay, I would. I'd be like, mine now, yummy. That's it. Isn't it obvious? To properly assess the weight of the 20,000 rubles, naturally. I wish to determine if it would bend that conceited-looking hook on the wall, so full of brag and bounce. I don't know whether to make this man seriously or not. Ah, you again, the great detective. Ah, Inspector, I confess I've been looking for you. I have something to report to you most urgently. Well, you might try looking for me somewhere other than a hook on the wall next time. What is to report? Speak. An urgent report from, yeah, no, right, that's the right voice, never mind. An urgent report from a great detective can mean but one thing. Another deduction. Yes, the case of the curious murder that took place last night here on this vessel, the steamship Beria, has been solved by me, naturally. What? Really? No. Yes, I've eliminated all other possibilities and no other explanation exists. So, allow me to illuminate all your minds, for I am about to reveal my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. Here we go again. You have solved it. Even Hedgehog understands this case. We all knew who was responsible for killing student boy this morning when we found criminal in wardrobe. It is this stowaway, and he has handcuffs to prove it. I didn't do it. The trouble is, there doesn't appear to be anyone else who could have killed the victim. Because as everyone knows, the cabin door was bolted shut from the inside. That means the culprit must be someone who was inside the cabin. Yes, and it's what's called a locked room mystery in detective novels. Duh, locked room. The room was locked. Well, I can't deny that. There's no way the bolt could have been drawn across from outside the cabin. You're all quite mistaken. The cabin next door is not a so-called locked room at all. What? Oh my god, do we really have to have this explained to us? We literally saw it happen before our eyes, and now it's like, look at me, I did the cool thing. An entrance used last night by the culprit in order to gain access to the cabin despite the bolted door. What other entrance? We never discovered one. I'm just shushing Uber Eats. Why, it gapes open-mouthed at you even as we speak. The ventilator man. What? The ventilator? Gah, ha, ha. You think this is funny? I cannot even put my arm through that hole. That's because your arms are as thick as tree trunks. You're suggesting the culprit entered and left the victim's cabin through that tiny opening? It's not possible. Ah, but it is. And last night, the victim even witnessed the intruder in the act of passing through the ventilator. Mr. Shams, do you mean... Are you referring to the words Kazuma-sama wrote in his diary? Faint whistling. The faint whistling still makes no sense in my brain. Because the only thing I would think of like a faint whistling sound makes me think of Batman. You know in the Batman movies with the Joker? And he would have like his green poison smoke and he'd put it in and it like lets all the smoke out and it's bad. That's what I think about. Is it still Thursday? Why the fuck is it still Thursday? It should be Friday by now, guys. Come on. Not that I want to miss out on my entire Friday to enjoy, but like, it's kind of crazy. I don't know, my brain just had like one of those moments where I was like, wait, I was only at work like a couple of hours ago? Like, what? The answer to that particular conundrum is in this very cabin. Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing? There is a distinct element of danger, but fear not, I am ready. What I'm about to expose to you all will shock you to your cores. Behold, snake. Whoa, what the? Oh no. Well, she does have a snake. Why would you have a pet snake? And two, do not take my birthday from me. I'm not going to. Australia, you still have your rest of your day. I'm almost at Friday, okay? It's only a short skip and a jump away. You can still enjoy the rest of your birthday. What was I gonna say? I am astounded by this because before we saw the container move, right? I'm not saying a snake can't make something jumble real appropriately, but the way that they animated the movement of the case definitely made me think it was going to be something that was a little bit more like I would imagine if a snake can't go anywhere, he wouldn't cause too much of a fuss. He would just kind of like sit down and be like, all right, this is my bed, you know? Allow me to introduce you all to the band, the Speckled Band. A snake? Indubitably. Mr. Sholmes, just one thing. Pray, what troubles you? Well, that snake isn't really speckled, is it? Looks more stripy, wouldn't you say? So there's two snakes wandering around, is that what you're saying? Yes, you're right. I think in this case you have to call it the Striped Band, wouldn't you? Yeah, that's a really good point. You both see and observe with distinction, however. Do you not think that this is precisely the trap into which the culprit wishes you to fall? Oh my goodness, really? It's a trap? Is Stroganoff okay? How exactly? I think perhaps it is time to explain the intricacies of my train of thought. Choo-choo! Alright, let's do this. Are you ready, Miss Pavlova? I just want to eat Pavlova every time he says a name. My god. I'm sorry for the young man who died, but that is all. His death has nothing to do with me. This whole thing is a sham. Clearly it was a Norwegian whistling snake. Hey, you know, maybe. You might be right. Where's this star? Star! Yeah! Da-da-da! Oh, now I want to replay the Mario Galaxy games. Guys, I just want to... If we do get a confirmation for a new Super Mario Galaxy game, I will replay Galaxy 1 and 2 on stream, okay? That will happen, full stop, the end. Huh? Apparently Pavlova was named for a Russian ballerina. Wait, really? I thought it was just a New Zealand thing they came up with. Because Pavlova is from New Zealand. I'm pretty sure. Maybe they just really liked the ballerina. Last night your friend infiltrated the victim's cabin. And number 2. That same friend was responsible for the victim losing his life. No. She turned as white as a bowl of rice again. Yum. Sholmes must be right. He hit the nail on the head. This young woman's friend killed Mr. Asogi. They got the snake. Oh, it looks like he can't speak with that snake coiled around his head. Bro, you can let go now. I would advise as little movement as possible, seaman. No, it's Australian. They say they made it first, but it's ours now. No, it's the other way around, I'm pretty sure. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, anyway, to go on a brief tangent, at the start of the year, they called, Nintendo called this year the Year of Rosalina. So, I'm really hoping that we'll get either we'll get like, so there's a Princess Peach's Showtime that was really good. Love to see like a Princess Rosalina's Star Time or something. And they made a game that's like really similar. Well, like similar kind of goals, but it's like Rosalina as the main character you play as. But other than that, there's theories about, I mean, they just made, obviously, the Super Mario Galaxy movie, so what best thing to line up with that than to have the newest 3D Mario game be a reimagining of Galaxy, but like even more like Odyssey and even bigger and better than ever. So, that's what we're hoping for. Just gotta wait for confirmation and pray. It is unclear to me why they named the dessert after her. No, they make something good, we like it, we meet them in a dark alley, mug them for it, make it ours, much like the English language and taking words from other languages. Right. Mug them in a dark street, got him. I really need to like clean all my plushies. Poor buddy, he's just so dirty. So everyone, let us begin. Alex Jones is proud to present. Yeah, okay. Number 2, let's go. Their game is afoot. The game is a car. Intruder's identity. So when does the inspection happen? Well, I'm sorry, by that I mean like the case. Miss Pavlova, moments ago you claimed the following. His death has nothing to do with me. This whole thing has nothing to do with me. Yet you deceive yourself. Yes, we recall those horrid moments, your aching heart smarts with pain. Confusion. She's feeling confused. That evidence you're inextricably linked to the victim's death. So we ask, what was the nature of the intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on that portentous night? Why, naturally, it was the friend with which you boarded this vessel, was it not? Ah, as I suspected. Another telltale glance. Without doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before you. We're gonna find out there's another snake in here or something. There's something else in here. I'm just gonna click through all of this. It was a quandary. The victim's written. Maybe or maybe not, we'll see. We're following the steps of our ancestors. That's a bad thing. Should we be paving the way for a new future? Poor guy. You know, this explains why this guy had the lines around his face. The victim's written observation of the night in question tell of a speckled band, whereas regrettably, it was striped. What explanation can we give them, pray? What was the sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night? No, don't look at me. This has nothing to do with me. Oh, but it does. You have the answer to this quandary even now, hidden behind your back. Yes, that's what you're finding. But failing to conceal can only be the skate's slow skin. She has something else in there, doesn't she? Alright, idiot. Last night, went through the ventilator visible in this cabin. Your then speckled friend slithered next door. Using the bell cord on the other side as a bridge, the serpent silently descended into the victim's quarters. In the dim light, it appeared to be a young gentleman who was about to lose his life at a speckled band. How do we know it's poisonous? Do we have any proof that it's even, like, poisonous or venomous or whatever? Is it actually dangerous? Rare breed of snake whose markings change each time it slows its skin. A snake so dreadful it can only imagine it would be found in the deepest depths of India. Well, that can't be the case. That's insane. That is so hard to believe. Why is she in Russia managed to get a fancy snake? The grim demise of our dear friend. How did this young man lose his life and why? According to the data which I've been apprised, it would appear there were no visible signs of injury. Ah. He's so cool. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom. She was confused. That means it's obviously not poisonous. Would you really think she would keep a dangerous snake on a ship? Oh no, could there be? The thing that annoys me the most at this moment, an examination of the deceased body will prove the cause of death conclusively. The almost, but not quite, imperceptible puncture marks left by the venomous fangs will seal the truth. Yes, the vestiges of the snake bite delivered by your terrifying friend. This makes no sense. There's no point feigning ignorance. You endeavored to hide everything, didn't you? That's right, you hid the travel evidence that links you to the victim's death in the traveling case. Alright. It is telling the victim made note of a low whistling sound that he heard minutes before his end. That was your signal, wasn't it? The sound you had used to train your serpent friend. Really? To train? Indeed, you put the serpent through the... Summon it back with a whistle. Sure, you couldn't know if the animal had done its duty, so you could sing for signs of life next door. If the victim appeared not to have been dispatched, you release this snake once more. That's so stupid, man. You deny the snake has undergone such training? It is not true. Come on, man, keep going. Fucking really drag us out. Of course, went through the victim's veins, ending his existence forever. That is the true nature. You are so wrong, man. You are so wrong. Alright, type 2, let's do this. Can we stop the preamble before we go into this next? God, he's so pretty. Chill in bedtime now. Yay! I love their shocked expressions. Miss Pavlova has trained her pet snake as a killing machine. On the floor, you observe a saucer of milk. The promise of food's the key to training any pet. Incredible. You've solved the mystery. Amazing. Your great deductions really live up to its name. I see now why Sherlock Sholmes has become such a household name. My dear man, it was nothing remarkable. As the Russians say, I could have done it with one left hand.
Could I venture an opinion, Mr. Sholmes?
But of course, what's on your mind?
It's just about your deductions before.
Yeah. Alright, let's push through this again.
Snakes are egg-laying creatures, part of the reptile family.
You are well informed, madam.
And reptiles, don't drink milk.
Ah.
It's really only mammals that like to drink milk, you see. So, I'm not sure it would be possible to train a snake using milk as a reward.
No matter. No doubt Miss Pavlova used some other treat to encourage her pet to do her bidding. Milk was merely an example, the logic holds.
Well, there is something else. Snakes have no ears.
Ah.
Yeah, so I'm not sure it would really be possible to signal to a snake by whistling.
But madam, what of the tales from Arabia? Have you not heard of the snake that danced to the sound of a flute?
I think perhaps the performers play their music in time with the snake's natural movements.
Oh, I see. No hands, no feet, no ears. These creatures are so inept as to be practically useless.
Whoa, that's so rude, man. Don't take it out on the snakes, Mr. Sholmes. There's one more.
You have more?
Snakes use the scales on their bellies to propel themselves. So, I'm not really sure that a snake could manage to climb up a flat bell cord like the one in these cabins.
Then it should try harder. Oh my god. Okay, but snakes do have ears. That's a good point. Where was this game made? Wait. Now hold up. I need to look this up. Maybe not all snakes have ears. Do snakes have ears? Okay, snakes do not have external ear openings or eardrums, but they possess internal ear structures. So maybe they mean when they say snakes have ears, they just mean like they don't have ears in terms of like the physical bullshit, rather than not being able to hear. But then their case about the whistling thing, that's really weird. Why would they... Can snakes hear whistles? Snakes can hear more than you think. I don't know, man. Okay, game is stupid. Let's move on. Implying they couldn't hear the whistling. Yeah, I know. It doesn't make sense, does it? Even if Snake had gone through the ventilator next door, I couldn't have come back without help. What I'm trying to say is that there are a number of reasons why it's difficult to imagine the snake could have had a part in this. Man, you killed him. What did you do, Sasata-san? I'm sorry. I think we need to step in and help again, Naruhodo. Alright. Yeah. Oh my God. But did they know that in 1908 or whenever this is? When did we... Okay, new question. When did we find out that snakes have ears? When did... Fuck, when did people find out snakes could hear? I don't know how else to write this question. I'm trying to find something that's not AI overview, but in AI overview. So take it with a grain of salt. It does say it was long believed they were deaf to airborne sounds. I don't know what this fucking evidence is, but I'm like, what a fucking bitch. So they're saying snakes could detect vibrations in the ground, but not in the air, which is a lie. I don't know, man. I'm not a snake expert. Let's do this. Oh my God. Clicking through the dialogue. Clicking through the dialogue. She does have a pained expression on her face. Yes, that's true. She looks as though Kazuma-sama's death is weighing heavily on her. You're not sure Mr. Sholmes had read her quite correctly, is that right? Could there be some other way to interpret her expression, then? Let's take a moment and really look closely at Miss Pavlova. She has a scratch on her arm. Okay. Oh, Naruhodo-san. That looks like a very painful wound. Looks like a scratch made by some kind of small animal. Fairly recently, too. Well, whatever scratched her doesn't appear to be around here. Does that mean in the middle of this she got like, I don't know, like a rat attacked her or something?
Yes!
No. That's so funny. I didn't know I could have thingies in this. Sorry, I didn't realize. I forgot that I had to elect it. Okay. Come on, please don't. No, come on, please. You don't have to start from the beginning.
Yes!
Okay. Claw scratch smarts with pain. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, the claw scratch smarts with pain. Indeed, and simply observation reveals that the wound is fresh. Miss Pavlova, did you in fact receive that scratch from something last night? Ah.
When I think about the young man who died next door, I feel so sad. And when I am sad, the pain from this wound is worse.
It is a pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. Yes. Keep going. Yeah, I don't think the snake is actually his friend. It's made by this friend of hers, doesn't it? Except, snakes don't have claws, do they?
No, they don't. They don't even have hands or feet on which claws might grow.
Well then, if that snake isn't her pet, what is it? What's the true identity of this friend of hers?
We should follow her gaze now, Naruhodo-san.
Is it a rat? Oh, there's a cat? I told you she had a cat! She had a cat! I fucking knew it! I told you, let's fucking go! Ah, look at the photograph in this frame. Must be something Miss Pavlova brought with her when she ran away.
It's exceptionally beautiful, isn't she?
Yes, that's true. But personally, it's the little black creature she's holding that caught my eye. It's a cat. It's so cute. Oh my god. Just give me a second. I want to screenshot. So cute.
Yes!
Shit, BRB. Is the game good? What, Aelin? Without doubt, your fellow friend is the little kitten we see before us. Yes. She has it stuffed into her jacket. The whereabouts of this little black kitten isn't clear, but what is clear is that you brought the animal with you when you ran away, didn't you?
No. Daka is my best friend. I couldn't leave her behind.
Daka would appear to be a Russian blue. And yet, that fact leaves us in a quandary. Where the fuck did this snake come from? That's what I'm wondering. It's the sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night. No, don't look at me. Okay. She's probably just trying to hide the cat. A whip? I'm sorry, what? I can't see what that is.
Yes!
I fucked up again. Did I miss something? God, this is so long. Oh my god, please. What was the question? I like that we do get to see like a whole 3D like aspect of the room. It's actually pretty cool. Albeit a tad odd. It looks like a whip, doesn't it? Wait, so I need to click something else? Yes, that which you're trying but failing to conceal can only be the snake's slowed skin. What is she actually trying to hide? Well, I tried clicking on it, and y'all just said it was the snake-slowed skin, which is ridiculous. What other option is there? I mean, you're not hiding anything in your ears, that's for sure. What? I'm so confused. Maybe I need to click... Maybe I need to aim it more specifically at whatever the brown thing is. Is that really snakeskin? I thought it would re-change the name of it or something. It does look like it could be a whistle. And it's banned, but what is it? It seems to be soft and fluffy. A long piece of cloth of some sort. So I had to inspect it first. I think it may be a cat's toy. This sort is common in the West, apparently. Okay. How's that a toy for cats? Cats like to chase the band around and paw at it. Kittens in particular love that sort of thing. You only need to wave it in front of them, and they pounce to catch it. Man, she knows so much. Huh, that sounds positively adorable. Okay, I had to inspect it to change its definition.
Yes!
This is a toy that you dangled through the ventilator. You waved it around, I presume. Naturally, the victim would not be able to fail to notice. But why? For what reason? My dear boy. After a feline friend disappeared through the ventilators into the neighboring cabin, Miss Pavlova attempted to use the speckled cat scan to entice the creature to return. Okay. Ah, where is the cat anyway? In summary, the nature of this friend of Miss Pavlova's, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is a blithesome Russian blue breed of cat by the name of Darker. Okay, hold up. So, for all we know, the light whistling sound was the girl trying to get her cat to come back to her. But she's bad at whistling, maybe. And then she used the thing to come back, but then how did was Cosima playing with the cat before he died? Like, again, like none of this connects to the actual murder that took place. All of this is just a distraction at this rate. Oh, forgive us for borrowing the photograph of your pet, Miss Pavlova. It was after I gave her her food last night. That's when it happened. She scratched the back of my hand and then ran up the bell cord. Before I could do anything, she had disappeared through the ventilator. Daka, she's so naughty. Alright. Solved. Yeah, we did it. How did Asogi die? I doubt we're gonna figure that out right now, but alright. Okay. What Mr. Sholmes says is true. There were no signs of a wound anywhere on the Kazuma-san's body. That's right. But Mr. Sholmes seems to be unaware of one very important detail. Kazuma wasn't poisoned. Yes, it would seem so. Let us give him the information he's missing now. Which is that?
Yes!
I'm back. Hi. I was wondering what you meant by is the game good? Do you mean this game is good, or Like, what specifics do you wish? Is fatal. Only the Goliath would be strong enough to survive that. Sergeant Stroganoff isn't some immortal freak, you know. The jury is out. Anyway, we have our good authority that the victim's neck was broken. Now, if we take that as fact, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime.
Oh no, could there be?
Yes, an examination of the deceased body will prove the cause of death conclusively. What? Kazuma died because his neck was broken? In other words, he was probably struck by something or someone. Yes, there's a distinct possibility. I got my Monster Hunter event log in after a day of fighting migraine to study. Dang. Well done. Good job. You did it. Have you got all the event armor, by the way? I've forgotten what you have and haven't done.
As of yet, no weapon has been found though. Presumably Daka didn't silently creep up behind Kazuma and deal him a fatal blow. I suppose it's possible that he had a fall and hit the ground awkwardly. It could have been a terrible act of misfortune that he broke his neck completely by accident.
Oh yes, a bad fall could explain it.
It's rather hard to believe of Kazuma-sama though. He wasn't a clumsy man.
Well, we need to fix this deduction somehow. Is there anything from the scene that could explain what happened? Oh, the bell. This is a bell from the cat, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Yes. I was wondering how it connects together. Will cause the proof of death conclusively. I don't think it's the proof of death, but like, obviously at some point in the night, he was startled by the cat. And the bell kind of swiped off it. And also, this would explain, one of the first things I said at the start of the course, the chapter, was I was like, how come he didn't, if it was a snake or something dangerous, why didn't he grab his sword? And the answer is, maybe he didn't need to. He died, skill issue. I'm rebuilding my event armor with my new character. Awesome, good job. Man, I should do that with one of my second character too, actually, now that I think about it. This particular mark, so prominently visible next to the victim's body, is a deposit of shoe polish.
Shoe polish?
Indeed. Positively identified by a little analysis detective I constructed, which I carry now as a matter of fact. Beeswax, tallow, dye were my results, the undeniable ingredients of shoe polish. And the color of the polish is a perfect match to the color of Mr. Sergey's laced leather shoes. Looking at this mark, it's not hard to imagine what happened. For some reason, Mr. Sergey must have caught his foot at that point on the floor and tripped.
Please, no.
And, by a dreadful turn of misfortune, caught his neck against some immovable object as he fell to the floor. Suffering a fatal blow to the spine, the victim's vertebrae shattered, and in that instant he lost his life.
No.
Okay, I'm not convinced, but sure. And I will say, obviously this is like nowhere near like the end of this chapter, because there's 2 other places on the ship that we get to explore, I think, maybe.
I don't know anything about this.
Is that really true, Miss Pavlova? What about the evidence left at the scene where Mr. Osogi lost his life? I don't know, we'll find out. Alright, someone had to push him then. Because there are some instructions fucking missing in the assessment, but only found if you watch extra videos. Like essential instructions, by the way. That's terrible. Her name is Pavlova? Yeah, it's pretty good. That sounds terrible. What the fuck, man? We're gonna put information in one area, but not in the other. She'd be right. You did all this to conceal the incriminating evidence. But now your inventory glance betrays the hiding place you chose. That's right, you hid the evidence to the victim's death in the traveling case.
I Don't believe it. Kazmasov has merely tripped over and now he's no more? It can't be true. I refuse to accept it. I know it's hard to believe, but the mark on the floor does seem to suggest that's what happened. But the writing on the floor is way too fucking suspicious. If this part of Mr. Sholm's deduction is right, Miss Pavlova is trying to hide some evidence that would prove it. Here in this cabin, somewhere is the direction that she just cast her eyes. We're looking for the other half of the bell. Probably. Can't be the tiara. Maybe here. Aha!
Yes!
Alright. That's right. She had the evidence that links you to the victim's death in the waste paper basket. Oh. Here we have a fragment of some intricate glass object, it would seem. One that has a familiar air, in fact. Precisely. We found another piece of broken glass on the floor in Mr. Asogi's cabin. And as you can see, the two pieces fit together perfectly. That's a lucky break. Literally. Pardon. Yeah, so I'm going through every single thing to piece together instructions into a single document for me to follow. Well, it sounds like you should be the teacher, Aelin. Just resubmit your piece of paper and say, hey, this is a better understanding of what you're expecting from us. Fuck you. Don't do that, but like... So, Miss Pavlova, shall we consider what this tells us? Why would it be that part of this glass object, which was evidently broken at the scene of the victim's crime, should be found in the waste paper basket in your cabin? Okay, we did it. But yeah, she obviously she didn't do the crime. I don't know. In that hushed Russian accent of yours won't save you this time, dear girl. Okay, I just want to say, this doesn't mean that she did the crime. The evidence linking Miss Pavlova and the little glass well would be the picture. Who would put a glass bell on a cat? That's a terrible idea. Stick with metal.
Yes!
There's more. It's suspicious. Officer's life did so after a truly auspicious fall. And the cause of that fatal stumble? They're so silly. Your absent feline friend, Darker. Again, like, this doesn't mean that it's her fault about the crime, though. I mean, yeah, she did get in trouble with the cat, but I mean, like, the cat was bad. My therapist is gonna help me practice my role play for my communication assessment. Ooh, nice. Good plan. Good plan. I like it. Because I need to not have subtitles on my face. Sorry, why? What? Why can't you have subtitles on your face? I'm sorry. Some of the shit is stupid. Are you just saying you have to film yourself doing stuff? And my face shows everything I feel. I'm confused. What? Don't you just... Just trying to understand what you mean. Are you saying in the past... You... What? I have to get on a Teams call with the teacher and roleplay a workplace scenario. Right, okay.
That's terrible. That's the worst thing ever. Tell us exactly what happened last night.
It was a little after 1 in the morning. It was so late, but I hadn't had time to feed Daka, so I came back to give her food. And then, all of a sudden, she scratched me and jumped out of my hands. And people do say that cats become very anxious and nervous in new environments.
Same. So I have to try and stay professional. You can stay professional. I believe in you.
She was so fast, she disappeared through the ventilator before I could stop her.
And that is how you acquired the rather nasty wound. But my face has subtitles, so if I think something is bullshit, it will be on my face. You're just gonna answer whatever they say, okay? And practice how to speak properly for the assessment. No, that's fair, that's fair. That's a good thing to do. I guess, like, in my brain, it's always like, there's a context for things, right? You just answer whatever the fuck they say. Because they'll probably ask you really basic questions. You know, like, when you're in an interview, and they're like, where do you want to be in 5 years? And the correct answer is obviously, I want to be working for this company. I've Googled it online and I'm inspired. I want to dedicate the next couple of years of my life working here. And it's bullshit. But it's true. I mean, it has to be true in order to get the job. I wish it was that simple. What add-on did you get to use those subtitles? See, that was the thing that confused me. I was like, is this a video and you're physically putting subtitles over the top of your face so it covers your face? That's what I was imagining.
I had read the rules on the wall. I knew I was not allowed Daka with me.
Yes, modern science suggests animals can carry infectious diseases. Thank you for mentioning it. It's a precaution, really.
So I listened and listened, trying to hear if there was some noise in the next cabin. It was very quiet. I was sure if someone was there, he must be sleeping. So at that point you thought it's safe to try and lure the kitten back again. By dangling the end of the toy through the ventilator and into the adjoining cabin. Doc always loves his toy, but it didn't work. Nothing worked. I tried using her favorite toy. I tried the whistling to her softly, but nothing. Aha! She didn't return. So the faint whistling sound Kazuma wrote about in his diary was Miss Pavlova trying to retrieve her pet. Cats have a propensity to remain hidden in the shadows when frightened. Yes, so there was nothing else I could do. Why is the wardrobe not in this photo? Screenshot. So there was nothing else I could do. I just had to wait until she had calmed down. But then... Thud. So where's the cat then? I nearly passed out with shock. I heard her cry out, and then... Oh, it was such a dreadful bang. Then afterwards, nothing. It was totally silent. Kazuma was. We don't know that. From the appearance of the brown mark on the floor, it seems likely that what you heard was the victim stepping on the glass bell and tripping up. The SS Burya is a large vessel, but even she can pitch and roll violently without warning. If Mr. Isogi was already off balance as a result of the ship lurching when the cat got underfoot, the combination of unfortunate factors could easily have caused him to fall over. I don't think so. What became of the kitten afterwards? I don't know. In the end, I managed to get her back through the ventilator. Yet Darker is nowhere to be seen. I must have forgotten to lock my case, and now she's disappeared again. Alright, let's find the cat. Gracious, that cat is as insufferably restless as I am. Hi, Dom.
Like me.
So, therapist and I are gonna build some scripts and translations from neurotypical to something I can understand. Good plan. I like it.
I knew these characters.
Do you?
Yeah, they look extremely familiar to like another anime-esque thing I've watched before.
Well, this is Sherlock Sholmes, and this is
Like, she looks like
she's a ballerina.
a Pokemon character.
Well, yeah, there's one called Cynthia.
Cynthia? She looks like Cynthia?
If I was gonna just say any random blonde bitch, yes.
Okay.
Was it Cynthia? Shit, now I'm doubting it.
I don't know.
The girl. The really tall blonde lady with the Lucario, whatever.
And the other guy could also possibly be Pokemon.
Yeah.
I don't know, they both look like they could be from Pokemon if they wanted to be. Not her though.
What about the snake? That's what I'm saying. You're right. Where is it?
So we have to them to be in 3D.
Yeah, that was Cynthia.
Good night.
Yeah, it is, right? It's like
Yeah.
2D until it's 3D.
Yeah.
It's really cool. There's like a thing in the game where it's like you're doing a deduction, okay? And her like dumb shit over here. Our gorgeous what's the word? Himbo. Our gorgeous himbo of a man makes these wrong deductions, and then our character comes in and corrects him. Because he'll be like, you glanced, like your telltale glance means you looked over there. And it's like, you're looking at the door to try and escape. And it's like, no, she's looking at the tripod for a weapon or something. Anyway, the point is you get to move the 3D view around to try and figure out, like, the whole picture. Like, literally, the blonde lady before, when we saw her, she was in, like, a disguise. And we're like, oh no, she's gonna cut her beard, or we'll cut their beard off. And then you like move the camera around and it's like, oh, she's trying to cut her blonde locks off because she's trying to run away. Anyway. Run away from the Russian ballet.
Sure. Good night.
I love you.
I love you too.
You're amazing.
You're gorgeous.
You're so pretty.
You're so beautiful.
You're so wonderful.
I'm running out of adjectives.
I'll find more.
You're so impossible.
Thank you, Dal.
Improbable.
I'm very improbable.
Schrodinger's Hannah right here.
Yeah, that's me.
Is she really streaming or isn't she? You don't know.
Completely incomprehensible. Anyway, I love you, Adara. Mwah. Sleep well. Take care. There's always something interesting going on, lads. Alright. You're right. Where is it? If the snake isn't your friend, Miss Pavlova, then who is it and where did it come from? Ganajo. What on earth is such a dangerous creature doing here? On board the ship. He looks so happy with it. Oh, didn't say. Snake is my friend. His name is Perovsko. Perovsko. Where's Lily? Lily, wake up! There is a name you gotta pronounce. I'm not saying that because Lily's Russian. I'm just saying she's probably a little bit more familiar with this ZHK potentially being side by side each other. Let's just say Perovsko. Perovsko. Yeah, aced it. What? What? That snake belongs to you? He escaped from cage when emergency alarm sounded. I was looking for him. I did not expect to find him here. Yeah. How does Snake get into this cabin? But animals are not permitted on board. We are at sea for 1 year. You want to be so long without close friend, without someone who understands? Couldn't you find someone a little more human who understands you better? But my dear belly fellow, a gargantuan venomous snake, surely you can appreciate the danger you're putting everyone in. No venom. Thank you. Roscoe does not have venom. He is harmless, very long, but very gentle. He is adorable like Granny. I love him. It's venomous. Venomless, sorry. Yes, now he is hungry, so he is in bad mood. But once I feed him, you will see a big smile. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I want to see Happy Snake. And you feed him what? Milk, I suppose? Like they said, they milk chickens, ridiculous. Snake that drink milk are only in stupid stories. Perovsky eats mouse, big, fat, round mouses. That'd be actually kind of helpful in ships. If he's venomous, why on face? No, he's not venomous. He doesn't have venom. Where's the shovel? No, he's just a snake, bro.
He's doing his best. He's just a cute little guy. Oh, so is that what the mouse trap in the hallway out there is for? Of course. How else can I catch my friend's favorite food? Everyone says top of the food chain like the look in their eyes. It says top of the food chain like nothing says top of the food chain like the look in their eyes right now. Oh, Sherms. No murder juice? No murder juice. Murder juice instead of poison. Anyway, Aylin, to answer your question earlier about whether this game is a good game, we're going through it, okay? You gotta remember, with Ace Attorney games, they kind of like to tell their own story, and we are helpless, victim of helplessly pulled along the storyline of this game, and you just gotta enjoy the ride, whatever makes sense. Bro hates snakes. What the fuck is wrong with you? How the deuce did something so never start a slander starring role? It is not my fault. I did not make up stories. My Peroski go is nothing to do with this incident. Okay, so that's what happened. That's the truth behind my best friend's tragic death. Nope, there's more. Snakes are creepy, like spooters. I'm actually not scared of snakes. And don't get me wrong, I don't want to step on one. I think we should keep our distance from each other. I knew his face being stripy was odd. What? Yeah, it's not the snake. We've proven that the stripy band was a cat toy. That's what happened. They have murder juice, and near the dog the shovel comes out. Well, that's fair. Absolutely. You live in a country town. If I saw a snake, I'd be like, "Aight, sir, you first. Good day. See you later. Take care." Go the opposite way. Miss Pavlova, I understand the difficult situation you found yourself in, and I do sympathize. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to kill you for murdering Kazuma-sama. Now die. A young man lost his life. If you're going to attempt to cover up your guilt with lies, then no matter what the circumstances, I cannot forgive you. But what are you talking about, Miss Makotaba? What lies? Miss Pavlova just confessed everything. It was just a series of unfortunate events. An accident. I'm no great detective like Mr. Sholmes. I don't have a gift for knowing the truth. But even I can see that was not the truth. Don't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo? I see. To be perfectly honest, yes. There's a discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure of it. I just can't quite put my finger on it. The writing on the floor? I'm just gonna save, just in case, because why not? This is a long case. Do we still have to go, is there still like a stuff? I confess, I was intending to let Scotland Yard deal with with any outstanding issues on this matter. Oh. We're not gonna be in Britain for a while, my dude. I'm only present here for a very specific reason. The truth is, you, Mr. Naruhodo, are simply a distraction. A distraction? I do hope you've not been finding your shackles too uncomfortable. Ugh, not again. Avenge, especially as they're on your wrists as a result of my intervention. I was rather hoping I could resolve matters before we made our next port call. You were, Mr. Sholmes? Yes, but I overlooked one important detail. The deceased young man was a very close companion of yours, right? Was he not? Yeah? Kazuma-san was my closest friend. I owed him my freedom, even. In that case, we must follow this to its conclusion. No further distractions. You must uncover the real truth here, Mr. Naruhodo. What? Yes, whatever that may be. Key to this is the discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure. Can we go back through it? Truth about how you really died. Alright, I missed the text, sorry. About how that scene in your cabin really came to be. Right, see what I can do. Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Naruhodo. So then, shall we begin? Yes. Let's see where this goes. What we should ponder first is the victim who lost his life in a cabin that was bolted shut from the inside. Was this truly an unfortunate accident? I was thinking, if we do find out that Kazuma does actually know Russian, maybe he wrote wardrobe on the floor so that they made sure to wake up his friend. He's like, yeah, my friend's in the wardrobe. Don't leave him there. Or was it fact? No accident at all. That is what we must establish in the first place. But we've already established it, haven't we? Ow. The man tripped over the kitten and had climbed into the cabin via the ventilator. Tragic, yes, but still an accident.
Hold it!
Wait, let's just take a step back. Doesn't make sense if that really what happened, does it? Between the facts and Miss Pavlova's story, hold on a second. Evidence is right here in Kazuma's cabin. It's undeniable. His death couldn't have been a mere accident. Really? Let us show our hand. Time to present the evidence. The writing on the floor?
Yes!
The truth is clearly recorded in this photographic print. There's no way that Mr. Sergei could have left this message on the floor. That's script. It's Russian, isn't it? Indeed it is. The words written means wardrobe. I see what you mean. Most people would leave a message in their native language, Japanese in this case. But perhaps he was studying Russian. It is a simple language. He could have picked it up very fast. That doesn't seem likely. That's actually not the point. It makes no difference whether he knew Russian or not. I'm sorry, what do you mean? Exactly what I said before. There's no way that Mr. Sergei could have left this message on the floor because he was left-handed. And the reason why is clearly explained in here. Oh. Damage to the cervical vertebrae resulting in instant death. Oh shit. I hadn't picked up on that. I pay attention. Which means, after the victim fell to the floor, he couldn't possibly have written anything. Because he was already dead. We fucked up that bad. That's not the only reason either. There's something else we found in Mr. Sergei's cabin. A remnant of something that couldn't possibly have been there if what Miss Pavlova told us was true. What? So Susato-san has noticed it too then. Putting this message on the floor aside, there's something else that gives the truth away. Another piece of evidence that proves this was no accident. In other words, the ship log? Let me just...
The ship log.
Yes!
Nope. Okay. I got time. Fuck off. Okay, sorry, what was the river? If there was no accident, then we should be looking for one of two things. Either the absence of something you would expect to find at the scene of a crime, or the presence of something you wouldn't. Okay. Most compendiously put, my good madam. God, this guy uses so many words. I'm kind of like... Evidence is right here in Kazuma-sama's cabin. Okay, so it's in his cabin again. Wait a second. I'm saving it. Has to have been in the room. I made the medical journal. I already presented this piece of information. Only other thing that makes sense is this, this, or this. Object on what looks like a scuffed mark made by Kazuma's shoes were found by the victim's body. In the cause of death as a cervical injury, there was no traces of external injury. Can I look at this? Can I inspect it? Oh, that's it. Putting the message on the floor aside, there's something else that gives the truth away. Another piece of evidence that proves this was no accident. That wasn't the ship log? The ship log being empty isn't suspicious by itself. Whatever. I'm sure it'll be important later. Let's try this.
Yes!
Yes. Alright. I'm just gonna try bit by bit. So who the fuck and why the fuck did the message? We don't know yet. We're finding out. That's the thing that's the most confusing at this point, is someone definitely came into the room and fudged with the evidence in some capacity.
Yes!
No. Okay. This piece of broken glass next to the floor next to the mark on the floor. But that's the glass bell the kitten had around its neck. We already know about that. It was broken in half when the victim tripped over the cat and fell. So we already have a satisfactory explanation. Where's the flaw in that logic? Unfortunately, there's a very big flaw. A fatal flaw. What? If that's really what happened, then how did one half of the bell end up back here in this cabin? Huh, I hadn't put that together. That's so weird. Whoa, that is weird. Why? Why? Yes, I remember we found the other half of the glass bell in the waste paper basket. Would you care to explain that, Miss Pavlova? Oh no. Both these pieces of evidence clearly point to the same conclusion. The door was open though. That's the thing. The door was open at this point. And I don't think Kazuma might have been actually dead. Hell, he might have just been unconscious.
there was someone else in the room. And that same person deliberately arranged the scene to disguise the truth, in order to cover up his or her own guilt. Wait, really? She just did it to cover up the guilt? There's so many questions I still have. This is not... There was something else present in Mr. Isogi's room. You're wasting time. Who's speaking? Someone else was there? Duh, of course, we know this. What are you talking about? Bulkhead was bolted shut from inside. There was no way in or out. Oh, yes. And not only other person when young student died was you. It's true, I was in the cabin when it happened. You were shut inside. Okay, so instead of the chicken being poisoned, unfortunately I was wrong. Have a good night, Aylin. Sleep well. Take care. Love you. Rest up. Okay, I wasn't wrong. Okay, I was wrong. The chicken was not poisoned, unfortunately. I think what just means is that in the middle of the night, she rung the emergency bell, and everyone's heads kind of like got knocked around a bit. And I guess everybody has a concussion, whatever. But I don't know Russian, and there's no way I would have left that message. Not would have. There's no way you could have left that message, to be precise about the details. Would you mind? Forgive me, my dear fellow. As I was saying, the person in question wrote the word wardrobe in Russian on the floor in an attempt to incriminate me for the crime, even though I'd been asleep in there the whole time. And then the same person picked up the broken glass bell that had fallen to the floor, and for fear of it becoming evidence that would show how Mr. Isogi died. Okay, question, why not pick up both halves of the bell then? But why wouldn't this person have taken all the pieces of the bell away? Thank you, okay. Leaving half behind was going to raise questions. Yes, well, it was past 1 o'clock in the early hours of the morning. The cabin would have been quite dark. The single small lamp suspended from the ceiling would barely have cast any light onto the floor there. Little wonder that the culprit failed to notice a fragment of the tiny item. You all suspect me, don't you? Aww. I ship him? Stroganoff? Nina is woman of sea. She is daughter of strong sailor. 2 years ago, they noticed her dancing seals and she went away to join ballet company. But before, she was dancer on this ship. A member of ship's band. Do not accuse ship's angel of being criminal. Ah, so that's it. You say that when young student died, Nina was there in his cabin. But that is not possible. I give my tooth. Well, this is most interesting. And why would you give your tooth, pray tell? How can you be so sure? You are a great detective. You should know. Look truth in eye. Cabin bulkhead was bolted shut from inside. No one could go into the cabin. Not Nina, not anyone. Or do you want to tell me that killer can walk through locked doors? Yet it is impossible. But wait, I've read about this in detective stories. People often tie their thread around doors. We already established that that's not possible. So Stroganoff had a valid point. The cabin door couldn't have been bolted shut from the outside. Not necessarily. What? I put it to you that I could bolt this cabin door without laying a finger on it. And in this very cabin, we can see the traces of the method I have used in mind having been used before. I don't believe. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, I believe you know what I mean, don't you? A way to shut the door of the cabin from the outside. The emergency bell. Ding, ding, ding. Do you really know what Mr. Shomes means, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, and so should you, because we've seen it happen. Indeed, we have. So, would you care to do the honors, Mr. Naruhodo? Point out the telling signs of the method that was used to slide the door. You mean this? Hold on. Just making sure I'm clicking the right thing. Okay. Is this like the end? I was still expecting to like... In game, I was still expecting to like have to present evidence in court, but it feels like I'm not gonna have to. I don't see an emergency thing. I guess we'll find out.
Yes!
Look at the bookcase there. See how all the books and things on it have toppled over? That must have happened when the ship made its emergency stop before. Yes, that's right. It's a very powerful vessel after all. When the engines are thrown into reverse, a violent jolt goes through the entire ship. Any small objects that aren't fastened down are bound to fall over. I believe, yes, it's what known as the force of inertia acting on the objects. Is there nothing Susato-san doesn't know, or that isn't in her book at least? She just has like a dictionary in there. Whatever it's called, the same force that pushed over those books on the bookcase also made something else in this cabin move. The bolt on the cabin door. Oh. It was very obvious just after the emergency stop that the ship made earlier. We had come into the cabin not long before, and we hadn't bolted the door. But then... there was... This feels a lot like an Edgeworth investigations pattern. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But like, if this is the, like, came after the Miles Edgeworth and everything else, like this is the most recent thing, I guess you can infer that they decided to like mesh the two things together. So maybe we'll have like, we'll have one that's like the Ace Attorney, and then we'll have one that's like Miles Edgeworth, one that's Ace Attorney, one that's Miles Edgeworth. And then it might end with like a whole giant collaborative one. That's when the ship stopped suddenly. The bolt flew across and locked the door. Yes, it's made out of metal, but it's light and small and light enough to be moved by the ship's sudden change of speed. Ineption, whatever you call it. Are you saying that last night, after Mr. Osogi was killed? How did no one else know this is a feature within the thing? Isabella made another emergency stop. When I woke up this morning and looked around the cabin, I thought it looked a little odd. All the books on the shelf had toppled over, all the ornaments. It was almost as if someone had run their hand through the shelves and deliberately knocked everything over. Oh yes, I remember that. And I stood them all up again, didn't I? Wouldn't you recognize this in your own room, though? And then when we came into this cabin, we were surprised to see the same thing in here. All the books and everything had toppled over, just like Mr. Osogi's cabin. Oh my. Do you have anything to say about this, Miss Pavlova? Okay, sure, she like hid how the crime happened, but it was a cat, it was an accident. Like, she should get in trouble for, you know, messing with the crime scene, but other than that... It does seem a little far-fetched. How could that possibly have happened? Unless you're saying that the culprit is actually someone from the engine room. Oh, it is simple enough. Are you forgetting the button in the passageway outside? Use to trigger the emergency alarm? Oh yes, of course. There was a notice, wasn't there, telling you only to press the button in times of emergency. On dark nights when the fog is dense, the captain cannot afford to rely on the eyes of his lookout anymore. hence the placement of a number of buttons around the vessel to allow any crewman to raise the alarm. That sort of button. One is almost compelled to press to satisfy one curiosity. Oh. Wait, it was you? When the button is pressed, two things happen in the interest of safety. The emergency alarm bell rings, and the vessel comes to a complete stop. Wait a second, are you saying fucking bitch boy here was the one that made the room? As indeed it did a little earlier today. Okay, he did the second time around, not the first time around. What an idiot. Gotta love him. Mr. Sholmes, surely it wasn't you who... As I always say, a button has but one purpose in life. Oh no. To be pressed, whatever the occasion. Oh, fucking idiot. Sounds almost proud of himself. How dare you mess with ship? I report you to Captain. You are in much trouble now. Now, I'm sure all that can be wait until later. Let us not overlook the fact that we have now learnt a valuable lesson. When the vessel makes an emergency stop, the bolts in the cabin doors slide closed. So, what we now must consider. Yes, it all comes down to one thing now. Last night, after what happened to Mr. Asogi, did this ship make an emergency stop, or did it not? You're idiots. Boya is a huge ship with many passengers. We make emergency stop even in the middle of night. There would be chaos everywhere. Oh, what are your thoughts, Mr. Naruhodo? Well, it's certainly possible that some kind of emergency happened last night. We have evidence to support that idea. Really? What evidence, Mr. Naruhodo? Fascinating. Ship log.
Yes!
Stroganoff, it's your duty to patrol the first-class area of the ship, isn't that right? Duh, that is correct. Why? And the ship's log here. This would be where you record the details of your duties. What are you doing with that? That is mine. Ah, you rather carelessly left it atop of the little makeshift bureau in the passageway out there. But as responsible passengers, we looked into it our care with a mind to return it to you later. I left it there on purpose. That is where I always put it. The point is, looking at what you usually record, it's clear that under normal circumstances, you write the phrase, nothing to report, every 30 minutes. But from 2 o'clock last night until first light this morning, nothing was recorded at all. Nothing recorded in the log. That is... right, duh, because nothing happened. But if nothing happened, you would normally write nothing to report, wouldn't you? Gulp. Indeed so. Sorry, I'm speeding through the dialogue because I'm hoping to actually get this done. Which tells us that shortly after 2 AM, something happened here aboard the SS Buria. Something sufficiently significant to make you forget to fill in the ship's log, in fact. Are you suggesting that the ship really did make an emergency stop in the middle of the night? Stop talking rubbish. If I'm perfectly honest, I find that a little hard to believe myself. Oh, why? Well, because if something as major as an emergency stop really happened, surely all of us would have noticed. That's very true. Thanks to the emergency stop we experienced earlier, we all know what it feels like now. The ship lurched so violently and the alarm bell was so loud. I can't imagine that anybody would sleep through that, even if it happened in the dead of night. Well, no, that's a good point. Oh, what of the throbbing? Say again. Sorry, what do you mean? Explain this throbbing to me. Your head, man. The throbbing of your head since this morning. We have all suffered with it. Oh. Oh, yes, I have had a headache, you're right. In fact, I haven't been feeling myself since I woke up today. Nor have I. My head's been feeling heavy ever since dawn. Yes, you've all been afflicted, haven't you? Just as I suspected. He's right, my head's been throbbing today too. And since eating dinner yesterday evening, everything has felt sort of hazy. I can't really remember anything that happened after I climbed back into the wardrobe. And then the first thing I noticed this morning was the throbbing pain in my head. I had already been dragged out of the wardrobe. Why did I wake up when all of this was happening to me? Tell me, Mr. Naruhodo, you boarded this vessel as a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, well, yeah, sorry. The stowaway class of accommodation doesn't usually include meals. What did you survive on? Well, Kazuma looked after me. He was always happy to share his meals. So you enjoyed some of the whole roast chicken dish that was served yesterday evening, I take it. The chicken was tainted? Yes, in fact, I had all of that. Kazuma wasn't fond of chicken. Oh, really? So the victim didn't eat any of the chicken at all? That's right, he didn't touch it. Is that relevant? My dear fellow, does that not strike you? Maybe the chicken was bad.
Or father gets kidnapped. Wait, give me... Wait, game. Where's the chicken? Where are my settings? This one. Distraction. Hi, Dave. We like distractions here. They work with my brain. Alright, now it's only... Wait. Okay. So yeah, there's only orb father now. Ba-dun dun dun dun. Boom wow. Hi. I'm real sleepy. Okay. Mr. Sholmes, what do you mean to say? That there was something wrong with the chicken? I fucking knew it. I do. No, really? Is that really true? I fucking knew it. The meal prepared for the passengers last night had been tampered with. I was right about the chicken! Tampered with by the addition of a soporific designed to induce a very deep slumber in those who consumed it. I fucking knew it. A sleeping drug? Do you mean whoever did this laced every meal with a sleeping drug so no one would notice the ship's emergency stop? That's really comprehensive of them. Mr. Naruhodo, of course that's not what Mr. Sholmes means. What a far-fetched idea. Precisely. Lacing every meal of every passenger on board with a soporific drug would certainly be impossible. Unless, that is, every single member of the crew was a conspirator. Oh, shit. What? Mr. Sholmes. Oh, this is to make sure they could smuggle the princess on. Right, that makes sense. I'm sorry to say that any more deception in this matter will get you nowhere. This is kind of crazy. If you refuse to talk, there would have to be an inquiry made through the shipping company, of course. And were that to happen, every member of the crew and the captain himself would be hauled over the coals. For aiding and abetting a renegade. Oh. Please, no more. I will tell everything. I cannot make problems like this for everyone anymore. These crewmen consider something. Let me. These crewmen are your former comrades, I believe. Okay. Yes. So when I decided to run away, I asked them to help me. We all agreed to help everyone together.
She threw away everything, her fame in the ballet, Mother Russia. We wanted to help her, our angel. I don't believe it. I can't believe they managed to get away with doing the "it was everybody" thing. Trope. That's the word I want. You are right. We put sleeping drug in chicken last night. Yes, I remember now. I did notice chewing on a lump of something strange and bitter at one point. Duh. Why would you not eat it? We could not make old drug. How do you say it? Dissolve? Ugh, talk about it. It's heavy seasoning. At midnight, in waters near Shanghai, we brought our angel on board. She was helped by comrade on shore with small fishing boat. While all the passengers on the SS Bureau slept soundly, thanks to the almost magical effects of the slumber-inducing potion their evening meals had contained. So if that's what happened, the only person awake on the ship last night were the crew, people who disliked chicken, and the newly boarded passenger, Miss Pavlova. And that would mean it would have been possible for you. You could have used the emergency stop trick to lock Kazuma's cabin door. I can't believe I was right about the chicken. That's so fucking stupid. I was like, man, everyone ate the chicken instead of Kazuma. I was like, man, that's maybe a little bit of... It felt a little far-fetched, but fuck, man. But how does that make sense? Surely every cabin door would have ended up locked in that case, and there would have been a complete chaos. Oh, I wouldn't say so. What? Ah, of course. Just like us, all the other passengers would have eaten their evening meal of chicken in their cabins, after which they would have been overwhelmed by tiredness instead because of the sleeping drug. Okay, quite. And accordingly, all passengers were already in their cabins for the night. Also, you should lock your door if you're about to go to bed. Yes. The overwhelming majority of passengers would habitually sleep with their cabin doors bolted anyway. Nice. And so not one of them would have found it unremarkable to find the door locked in the morning. In summary, in order to fasten the bolt of a single cabin door on the ship, the culprit brought the entire vessel to an emergency stop in the early hours of the morning. Dun 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 dun. Why did you do this, princess? You have talked long enough, said many things. What is point? The point is, what I said earlier. There was somebody else present on the scene when the victim lost his life last night. Someone who left a message in Russian on the floor in an attempt to incriminate another. Someone who tried desperately to hide the broken fragments of glass that would reveal the culprit's identity. And someone who abused the ship's emergency stop procedure in order to lock a door. All told, a busy night. But... I don't know about any of this. I'm just a little girl. You like to speak with your long English words and explain your clever ideas. But I am sailor, and sailors don't listen to long, boring stories we don't believe. Sailors like me, we trust only with what we see with our eyes. A laudable trait. What? I am quite of the same disposition, my good man. Observation to me is everything. Mr. Naruhodo. Oh yeah, I've been paying attention. Sure, yeah, sounds good. Do hear it, that accusatory cry of guilt on the wind. God, this guy. What accusatory cry of guilt? Sorry, you've lost me. Proof of involvement, man, but you can't hear such a call with your ears. No, you must hear it with your eyes, for observation is the basis of all deduction. What are you talking about? I believe the time has come for one final logic and reasoning spectacular. Oh, come off it, mate. Yeah, third time. Hear it with your eyes. Yeah, you know it. Okay, wait, I should probably actually read this. Save.
With observation, my dear fellow, just as I said, of these two prevaricators. That's a word that I don't know, surprisingly. Let's Google it. I'm trying so hard to get this done before I go to bed, but now it's like, just like in the last one, it's like, sorry, we got a little bit further to go. If you remember, you know, somebody tried to fabricate evidence. Oh fuck, I forgot to write the word. Prevaricators. Surely that just means like variables or something, right? Prevaricate. Fuck off, AI review. Speak or act in an ambiguous or evasive way to conceal the truth or avoid committing oneself. Okay, so they're defending themselves, basically. What a cool word. Okay, now we know. Prevaricate. You make every day worth waking up for. Aww, thanks. Hi, Lily. Good morning. I've been here lying beside you the whole time. It was real hard. People who are lying or deceiving, yes. Alright, let's do this. We're tampering with the scene of Mr. Sogi's death. What we're looking for is some trace of evidence that one of these two was there when it happened. Precisely, you're delightfully quick to grasp my meaning. Looking for a trace of evidence that shows someone else was there last night when Kazuma died. You mean other than the writing on the floor? Which suggests that someone else was there at the scene. I'm guessing we're like looking around. Alright, let's think. We're inspecting. I was kind of hoping it was gonna be like an earring or something. But I don't think there's any evidence of- No, fuck! That was an accident. No. Ugh. I wanted to look at my other evidence, but I guess I can't. Okay. Yeah, I can see up his shirt. Yeah. It's an interesting way of using the 3D footage. What suggests that someone else was there at the scene? The wastebasket. No, it's gotta be something on their bodies, right? The hat? Maybe the hat. Hide something under the hat. Have you noticed something significant with his hat? No, oh no, sadly not. I was just thinking that if only we'd found it in Kazuma's cabin, it would be all so easy. I'm sure I saw your university uniform hat at the scene in somewhere. What? Not the hat. The hat would have been so easy. The chunky arms. I don't think chunky arms prove anything though. Maybe lifting the body. There's only so many places I can inspect though. Like literally hat, chunky arms. Yeah, chunky. Left ear, right ear. That's it. Maybe the arms. He has arms like tree trunks, doesn't he? Hairy tree trunks? Yeah, he certainly has sailor's arms. He's a born man of the sea. Even if I had been awake, I couldn't have done anything about being dragged out of the wardrobe by this man. Naruhodo-san, are you alright? You seem lost in thought. Oh, sorry. Blame those hairy tree trunks. There's something attached to her ear. The earring? An earring, is it? It's really tiny. Part of it is missing. Maybe it broke off? What? Oh shit, you're right. Wait, the earring is broken. I didn't realize that it's like the same little band, so it is broken. Fuck, alright then.
Yes!
I don't know why, I thought they were just made to be asymmetrical. Wait, what? Were we to find a piece of those earrings in a circuit, it would prove it. So, wait, it does both ears? It's not just one ear? Found it yet. Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Okay, I'm just gonna reload. Wait, so we inspected it, we noticed that the ear... Just because we don't have anything yet doesn't mean we can't have something eventually? Like, I don't have any evidence. Do I have to go backwards in time? Wait. Was there a smudge? A smudge! Oh, would you look at this? It's some kind of stain. Bro, dude, you're fucking stupid, man. What the fuck? Arm.
Yes!
How have I missed that? It was a pretty awkward angle to, like, throw the camera at, though. Strong enough. You seem to have quite a large purple stain on the back of your white uniform there. Yes, I don't know where dirt comes from. So nothing in particular comes to mind with the stain. What are you trying to say? It would appear the significance of the stain has escaped your attention, seaman. Allow us to make it plain. The purple... Wait, is that the... Yeah, and purple ink. Okay, it does specify.
Yes!
Good. Alright, we are good. Yes, it's in this photograph. The ink it shows. That's what caused the stain on your uniform. Ink. A rather unusual color of ink. Purple. The penny drops at last. Now you see the significance. The Russian word on the floor next to the body was written in purple ink. And the stain on the back of your uniform is ink of the exact same color. If the ink had been dried, it could have possibly have stained your uniform in that way. Which means you must have been present in the cabin in the moment immediately after the ink was spilled. Alright, yes, it was me. I did it. Everything. I arranged everything in dead student's cabin to make it look like wardrobe man did it. Then I pressed wardrobe to make... I pressed button to make Boya do emergency stop and bolt cabin door shut. I did everything so no one would suspect our angel. Biff, please. Beef. Don't worry, Angel. Let me do talking. It was after 1 in the morning. I was on duty patrolling passageway. Then our Angel came to me. She was white like sheet. Biff, please, you must help me. I went with her. The door to cabin number 1 was open. When I looked inside, I saw student boy on floor. It's still kind of sad that he died by a complete accident. Like, what? Like, I find it really hard to believe that he tripped and died. And saying that weird things happen. I say that Tashigi's death's still odd. I mean Kuina's. My little one, my little furry friend. Everything that happened in cabin is like Angel told you. The kitten escaped through the ventilator into Mr. Osoki's cabin. Then he tripped over and broke his neck when he fell to the floor. It admittedly is on a ship, so it could be pretty unsteady, but... Yes, that is right. You know, does no one ever consider that maybe it being an accident is better to understand than everything else that's happened to this at the moment. Only to find its occupants lying lifeless on the floor. She said she was worried when she heard sound of something falling on floor. That's when she went to look. No, Angel. The door was not locked. So she opened to look, and you already know what happened after.
There's just one thing, if you wouldn't mind.
What?
When you went to Mr. Sogi's cabin, Miss Pavlova, was he already dead? Why?
I already told you. When Nina opened door of student cabin, I looked inside.
I was asking Miss Pavlova.
Well, Miss Pavlova?
Da. Oh. Yes, that is right. I saw him. It was dark, and he was wearing black, but he was on the floor, not moving. I was scared. I understand, and I believe you.
I'm a little pissed. I did this entire mission. Inspector Wings on the case. Yeah! You have been... I forgot to charge you though, and you're at 9% now. Oh my god. It's so funny. Okay. Yep. So is that finally it now? I did this entire case just to find out my best friend tripped over a cat. They literally, and also just earlier, they said, like, I don't know, if you trip, most of the time, if you trip, you land on your coccyx, right? Like, you fucking land on your ass, and it fucking hurts. I doubt you would trip further enough to, like, crush your own neck. And even if you do, you might hit the back of your head more than you hit your neck. Like, I don't know, man. It's so hard to believe. But maybe that's the whole point. Have we discovered the real truth about Kazuma's death? No. Something nearly slipped my mind. Oh, Mr. Sholmes? This photograph. Yes, I took this myself, you know. The cause of death was a broken neck, therefore the victim died instantly. The unfortunate incident that precipitated these events, a kitten, on which the victim stumbled. However, if those are the facts, there is one particular area in this photograph that seems to be somewhat unnatural. His fist! I pointed out the fist! Was it the fist now? What do you mean, unnatural? Oh, please. Yes, I need more conspiracies on top of everything. I need another layer to everything. I can't be all an accident. What are your thoughts on the matter, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, well... Kazuma tripped and fell, and by some terrible stroke of luck broke his neck. He's lying on his front, not his back. But they said he could have... See, the thing is, with something like this, it's frustrating to discern, because there is a very small chance, like we don't know how much Nina and Biff have disrupted the body, so it's hard to, like, properly discern. Which part of this photograph seems unnatural? Well, I mean, he's on his front. Surely I just point out his back. Or his fist. I'm still convinced the fist is suspicious. Well...
Yes!
Okay, I fucked up. Or the fist! Alright, if he really fell to an unfortunate accident, then his fist just doesn't seem quite right. The exact same thought occurred to me. In a fault, one's instinct is to open the palms flat. Yet here we see the victim with his left hand tightly balled into a fist. Almost, you might say, as though he were gripping something. What do you mean? Simply that I took the liberty of investigating the victim's fist a short while ago. You did? And what, pray, do you imagine I found there?
Mr. Sholmes, show us, please.
Why, of course, my dear Mavin. Would I keep you in suspense? Yep, there we go. Oh my god. Wait a second. So, what are they implying here, though? That he was actually killed? That she deliberately killed him? Why? Yes, you're right. A crescent moon. It's very pretty, but what does it tell us? It tells us nothing. I'm not so sure. Looks familiar somehow. What are we freeze framing for? Yes, 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 I know. Finally, God forbid.
Yes!
Miss Pavlova, I noticed that you're on your ear. Even though you have a metal earring, the decorative part of it seems to be missing. I literally just thought they were asymmetrical for style. I didn't question it a second. The little link holding it on must have broken, I suppose. What? Looking at your other ear, I noticed a crescent moon. I don't believe it. So why? Now the missing crescent moon was found in the victim's clenched finger. I need to go to bed. I want to see a little further though. Clearly there's only one logical conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Naruhodo-san? Miss Pavlova, Mr. Osogi must have grasped at that crescent moon and pulled it from your ear. Perhaps just moments before he fell to the floor. In other words, last night in Mr. Soki's cabin, you witnessed the moment when the victim fell with your own eyes. In fact, you were quite literally at arm's length from him. Why? But then the question is, why did Mr. Soki do that? Why did he pull your earring from your ear and hold it in his clenched fist during his final moments? Oh no. Angel. No one can protect you now. Please, Miss Pavlova, tell us the truth. Last night, what did you do to Kazuma? Whoa. She fell right over him. Is her hair gonna change? When I think about everything that happened yesterday, it was too much. Running away, the fishing boat in the middle of the night, trying to climb into this huge ship, and then when I was at last in the cabin and I could relax after this horrible long day. Daka, wait! I couldn't believe it when she disappeared through the ventilator. I tried to call her with a little whistle. I tried to wave her favorite toy. Nothing worked. Daka would not come back. Okay. What are you doing here at this time of night? Inspector? What? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a friend of mine. Okay. The young man from your country. He was very polite and kind. He helped me to find Daka, and he promised not to tell anyone. But then, when I had my friend in my arms again, and I was going to leave the man's cabin... Just a moment. Sorry, but... Oh. Yeah? I'm sure I know your face. I've seen you somewhere before. Of course. You're Nikolina Pavlova, aren't you? The Russian ballerina? Huh? No, I don't know that name. I nearly stopped when he said that. He knew who I was. How could this man from a land in the faraway east know a Russian ballerina? Newspapers? Yes, I saw your performance in Japan. The beauty of the ballet was a deep impression on me. But, what are you doing in this ship? I'm sure I read that your ballet company was performing in Shanghai at the moment. I can't fool him. I have to tell the truth and hope he doesn't tell anyone. I have no other choice. I see. So you've run away. Please keep my secret. Don't tell anyone. Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. I just went to go open the door. He's
gonna pull that cord. He's gonna tell the captain. Oh no, fuck. Why did I think I could trust him? Then it happened. Everything at once. It was only a second, but it felt like forever. Wait! I shouted, and then... Daka jumped out of my arms and down to the young man's feet. And... as he turned around to look at me... I pushed him. Okay, so the door, the bed, knob, and broomstick. I don't even know why. I don't know why I did it. I still feel like that shouldn't have been more difficult to kill him, but that's fine. That's fine. Whatever. I had to stop him from telling anyone about me. It was just his friend. And that's when you went to fetch help from Stroganoff, who was on duty in the passageway? I heard Nina cry out and thud on floor, so I ran to her. She was standing at cabin door, shaking like leaf. She looked at me and said, "Help me, Biff. If they find out, I will be... Please, I have nowhere to go."
Bed knob to the head, now you're dead. Oh my god. Don't get me wrong, bed knobs are very painful, okay? But like, it's just, you know, you really gotta get the angle right sometimes, you know? Anyway, don't worry. I'm overthinking this. So you decided to help. And that's when you arranged things in Kazuma's thing to me. Okay. I wanna go to bed. Wrap this up, come on. Then I found soaked stowaway and wardrobe, still asleep. Right, that's when he found me. So you worked out a plan to lay the blame on the stowaway. I closed wardrobe doors and put back a strange paper sign. Luckily for me, that's the only reason Susato-san started to believe me when I said I was innocent. I dragged young man's body to a good place and used ink that was spilling to write on floor. I wrote there so that person who found him would look inside wardrobe and find stowaway. And tell me, what of the glass bell? It was by my feet, so I picked it up. I see. It was dark in the cabin. I didn't notice the other half. Then Angel went back to her cabin, and I finished up by pressing the emergency alarm button in the passageway. I hate the fact that, again, like, I was really looking forward to, like, I don't know who's going to be the criminal. Is it this person or is it this person? Like, I was looking for a little bit more intrigue. And instead it was basically like, it's the woman. Yes, it's complicated circumstances, but it was still the woman. Like... Still one thing I don't understand, Miss Pavlova. What? Well, you said that you told Kazuma about the fact that you'd run away from your homeland. And it's because you were worried he was going to tell the captain that you pushed him. Isn't that right? Yes, but even if he had pulled the bell cord and called for the captain of the ship, aren't you friends with every member of the crew? Why would that have been a problem? It is what he said first that made me scared. What he said first? Oh, Inspector. Right. He said Inspector was his friend. Ah, yes, meaning me, who was supposed to be acting as his bodyguard. I thought if police knew about me, they would arrest me. So before he could pull the bell cord, May I stop you a moment, please, Miss Pavlova? I'm gonna fucking punch you. It just doesn't seem to make sense. I mean, was Mr. Sogi really going to pull the bell cord? I don't know. What? What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? He was gonna look at me. Well, I'm not Kazuma, so I don't know for certain, but... he was a man of his word. If he told you he wouldn't give your secret away, then he wouldn't have done it. Has no one properly... do we really need to properly infer that it was me who he wanted to call? The day's work is not yet done. It seems there is one more deduction to make. Come on. It's so fucking obvious. Whether the young man's gaze was directed towards the wardrobe towards his friend. Oh my god, I'm going to bed. And now, are you so well versed? And how are you so well versed in bed knob murders? Okay, no, okay, listen. It's not because I'm well versed in bed knob murders. I've hit a decent amount of knees, and there's just tons of different shapes of bed knobs, and they're dangerous. That's why bed knobs shouldn't exist.
Take that!
Considering everything that happened last night, certainly may have looked as though Kazuma was going to ring the bell cord. Yes, however. What is directly beside the bell cord? The wardrobe. The wardrobe? And more importantly, what was inside the wardrobe? The man's great friend, sleeping soundly. Oh. Miss Pavlova, please think back very carefully. What were Mr. Asogi's exact words? Do we really? I could use another opinion. Another opinion? Yes, but not from a member of the crew. No, Mr. Asogi intended to consult his close friend on the matter. Bro, I'm actually so sad this is how this played out. This is so fucky. I wanted a big, fancy, like, lot of shit. I wanted it to be fancy. I can't believe she killed him, though. Miss Pavlova, you killed my friend. Fuck you. Stab. I want to thank you for finally admitting the truth. Yay. But unfortunately, the truth is, a man lost his life because of what you did, and that will never change. I hope you'll never forget that. I'm sorry. Really. I'm so sorry. What have I done? Cool. The end. And so, at long last, the mystery surrounding the tragic accident of the SS Burya was finally laid to rest. Great. Cool. Tragic. I'm going to bed. Ugh. Oh, there's more. What? What do you mean there's more? Alright, we're just gonna leave it there. We'll finish this tomorrow. As I said, I'm a bit disappointed that's how it all played out, but... oh well. I'm going to bed. It's fucking late. I didn't mean to go on for so long. It's so annoying because it's like, we had all the answers, but there was one more question. We had all the answers, we had one more question. It just fucking kept going. Alright. Alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you'll have an excellent day today and tomorrow, okay? Have a lovely night and day. Pardon. And I will see you all tomorrow for more of this game, okay? And it looks like we'll be able to move on to chapter 3, which is pretty neat. I didn't think chapter 2 was only going to take me a day and a half, approximately. But I'll take that as a good thing. I think it kind of helps that when I first played through Ace Attorney, I think I meticulously read out everything. Well, now I'm kind of like, I can kind of tell when it's not going to be pertinent, or if it is going to be pertinent, so I can just kind of skim through dialogue. Rest well. See you around, Dave. Take care of yourself. But yeah. So it's going a little bit more quicker, was the point. Anyway, have a good night's sleep, everybody. Alright? Take care, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.